And
We're
we're
open to
live.
die,
This is
mates.
D&D with THC, episode 5 of the Lost Mines of Phandelver. We're currently having some technical difficulties with one of our players, it seems, so our cameras will jump back in the right spot in the position. But in the meantime, our DM will fill you in with a little bit of a backstory on what's went on and a little bit of what's to come. Take it away, Jared.
Alrighty, so thanks guys. So last week you found
Lex is-
yourself. That's great, Lex. Last week we found ourselves in the town of Phandelver. You managed to. I'm gonna take off the very epic music right now because it's not that epic right now. So you
It's
found
pronounced
yourself
Phandelver.
no, you found yourself in Phandelver. And you managed to. You had a lot of adventures. So you met an old senile man with what you're pretty sure is Alzheimer's, who wanted to show you his apple orchard. You cursed out a lady, spit in her face, and then proceeded to fool her into letting her back into your establishment by dressing like Black Jesus. You got yourself a +1 crossbow by paying a very large sum of money that you stole from your compatriots to an elven woodworker. And then ended the episode with a rather bold move of Dab going out into the town square, having some fisticuffs with the town master, and currently holding him on his knees with a knife to his throat. And that's where we left off. So I will bring you back into the wonderful town that you have basically decided to start terrorizing. And we are in the middle of, so we don't have a lot of movement here right now. So, I mean, honestly, at this point in time, given how last week ended, I've placed everyone where I think they would be, and I need everybody to roll for initiative to start off this little adventure, just because we're going to take this one step at a time. So remember, click on your characters and then click initiative, then you can roll right in.
Yo, Pino,
Yo, what's up?
what
Dirty
what
20.
race is your character?
My race is high elf.
Okay.
That means he's mixed.
No, I'm high elves are pretty
profile
pure blood.
Pino rolled some pretty shit roll. Dabble
Yeah.
right now. And Gideon.
Yeah,
See, if you were a low elf, you would have rolled.
I'm going to roll right now.
rolled better.
yeah, probably. Yeah, that's why I took high elf. I thought I'd just be high and get high rolls all the time.
Damn, Dab. Damn. Is that all the town's guard coming towards us?
I don't know what's going on, but I do feel like somebody should have. I don't know. I have no idea. This is fucked.
Do I
No,
have
this
the
is
opportunity
cool.
to try to like say something
fucked.
before shit pops off? Like I got a knife to his throat for a reason.
Well, yeah, you decided to put a knife to his throat, which immediately kicked everybody into it's time for some tomfuckery.
Yeah, but
so
you cut us off before I could say any of my fucking speech.
it's because you caught the attention of virtually everybody in the area.
That's
so,
what I wanted to say.
You-
But now
you
that I
still
got the
think you'd
knife
have
to
a
his
chance
throat,
to say stick back.
yeah, I'm not gonna just
Right,
stand
yeah.
there with a knife to his throat.
You'll have a chance to say at least something. So it looks like Ganja's gonna roll a 9.
I hope so
You should
because
let me do the
it looks
talking,
like we
man.
all
I'm a
went
bard,
low.
and I'm also still dressed like Black
Actually.
Jesus.
You're the only one that
The only
rolled
person
double
who's
digits.
actually- yeah, the only person who's in double
know,
digits
Ganja.
even is Richter.
Bro, let me
So-
talk to them, bro. I'm a bard. I'm right behind
Well,
you.
so I'm gonna give
And I'm
one
Jesus.
round. I'm gonna give the first round of initiative to Dab. You got about 6 seconds to make your case, Dab, because you've done pissed off some folks. So right now, let me just set the scene for you. You were having a chat with the town master. The stone guards that you had seen before were keeping an eye on you. And let me point out that these stone guards probably stand about 10, 15 feet tall. They're very broad. They're giant stone statues that are going to be walking their way towards you. So you've caught their attention. They're on their way towards you. The red brands, which were about 15 red brands that were hanging out in front of the sleeping giant back this way, were on their way over to you now because they're not exactly happy with seeing how you're treating the town master. So This is your situation. You got him on the ground, knife to his throat. Let's see what you're gonna do.
So I'd imagine too that at this time I've gathered quite a bit of interest from people around, even the townsfolk and whatnot. I would think are now looking.
So there's a few town folks sprinkled in and around the area. Nobody that you recognize necessarily. You did leave quite a few people in the pub that you would talk to. I mean, it's the normal affair of people right now. Most of them, as soon as you decided to pull a knife out, just ran away and started to scurry because they don't exactly want the confrontation. Also, this stretch of road is relatively uninhabited just because of the red brands hanging out in front of the sleeping giant. Don't exactly put a cozy area.
Okay, and at that time I would pull the knife out and I would stick it to the guy's throat while he's on both of his knees after I just smacked him in the head with my staff.
What are you doing?
Nobody move or I will slit this guy's throat. You step one step towards me and you can consider him dead. And me being a wizard, I will disappear in front of your eyes.
Stay where you are. Please, stay where you are.
So
What the fuck's
What do
happening?
you want, you madman?
I want to know.
At which point you see these two stone guards just basically come to a stop and then just sort of stand straight up.
And then I will say to the man, just loud enough so that he can hear it, and maybe not so everybody else. To the town master. I would say, I've asked you once, and you brushed me off. Why do these red brands get a pass?
Tell the stone guards to kill the red brands.
So he turns to you and goes. So he's got a knife to his throat. He's sort of he's leaned back a little bit. He's just because you're sort of tipping it up underneath his chin. He just turns to you and goes, "All right then. All right. Well, you see, they've given the town certain remuneration for letting them go about their business, and I have not had any reason." And sort of you keep pressing it up to his chin. I haven't had any reason to give them any punishment.
Where did that money go? Where did the money go? In your pocket, or has it gone to these fine town folk?
It's gone to the town. It's in the hall just over there.
Show me, and I'll allow you on your feet, but this knife's going right by your nutsack, and if you make any sudden movements, you're going to drop both your balls like fried eggs on a sidewalk.
Oh my, you are quite the charmer. Okay, let's go.
Jared is dropping out for me.
He sort of stands up. I need you to make an intimidation roll. You've got a knife to his balls, so I mean, let's make an intimidation roll with advantage. Let's hope it's better than your first one. It's not much better.
It's better though.
So he's gonna walk forward. He's just gonna go sort of. He starts walking towards. So you're gonna start walking towards the town hall. The red brands are gonna start advancing. So this whole group of people are already coming. Like this conversation you were having was happening with just him. It wasn't like he was telling people to stand back, but these red brands really aren't paying attention, and they're starting to move forward.
And at that time, I would tell him. At that time, I would tell him, you better tell your friends to stay put if you like your nuts to stay attached.
To which point he turns around and goes, "Not my friends. I don't guide them. I just simply don't. I simply leave them alone. I've got no sway over them."
Well, if they don't stop fucking around, you're gonna be too nuts shy. So you better tell them stone guards to put them in check.
And he turns to you and goes, "The stone guards are not under my control. They're merely for my protection. I have no control over those."
Well, your protection is going to be a real fucking problem here in a minute if all them 15 people behind us don't stop fucking moving. Because I'm a little shaky with this here knife.
At which point, the stone guards are actually going to take one step forward towards you. And he's going to go, "See, I have no control over them. I simply come and I go. They are here to protect the people of this town. I cannot tell them what to do."
So what you're saying is you've got no qualms with me chopping your nuts off right now? Is that what we're hearing? Because it doesn't sound like you got balls anyway, so I may as well cut them off.
I can certainly tell you that I would love to keep my testicles in one place, but I unfortunately have no power over the situation right now. Guards, might you stay still? And they inch one step closer as you guys sort of inch along.
So then I'll press the knife in just hard enough that it'll rip his first layer of clothing. He'll feel it. I haven't drawn any blood yet, and then I say, "You better make shit happen, or else this is following through."
Okay, he turns to you and goes, "Well, I can certainly give you money. Everybody, please stand still. I beg you." And at which point, the Red Brands are going to make one more inch forward, and he's going to turn and go, "I will," and he's going to turn and go, "I will get Iano if I must." And all of a sudden, the Red Brands stop.
What did he say there? He'll
Yo,
get
it's
the what?
dropping.
Iarno. He said, "I will get
Iarno?
Iarno if I must."
Bring him to me now, or let's go to him. Whatever's easiest for you.
I merely have communications with the man. I don't exactly tell him what to do. You don't understand. All I do is take bribes. I don't have power.
Well, that's the problem we're here to solve. So, do what you must, or lose your nuts.
Well, I will certainly have to go into the town master's hall, but we have to get past these giant stone things first.
Well, let us make our way there. I'll be sure to stay right underneath of you.
So he goes and walks towards he's going to go and walk towards the guard. These two stone guards are going to look down at him, and
I'm a 3-foot gnome, so I'm like under his dress. So if I'm getting hit, he's getting hit too.
okay.
Yo, we about to hit
so-
1,000 views tonight, boys.
So
Fucking right.
he is going to turn around, and he's going to basically they're gonna lift. So one of these stone guards sort of just turns and goes and just stands directly in front of him. They've got massive mauls in their hands, and they raise the maul up, and they just bring it straight down on top of right beside the guard, the town master, and basically bury their weaponry into the ground right here. Does no damage, but it basically, like, the entire ground lifts. So Dab, I need you to make an acrobatics check, because you are basically going to try and, like, stay steady on your feet with an earthquake that's just hit directly beside you. Okay, so you manage to stay relatively upright. Let's see if the guy who got his finger to his
drop
nuts.
the call any second. Hey, good job on that.
Is it just me?
He
But
does.
Jared is dropping for me.
No,
I'm
Jared's
not-
fine for me.
Yeah, dude, it's fine for me too.
Yo, I can't hear anything.
That's
Can
strange.
you
Can you hear me now?
exit and come back real quick? Like exit Discord, or at least leave the chat and come
I
back.
feel like Al might have accidentally fucking muted his computer, trying to figure out how to mute his fucking
The
music.
sound.
Yeah.
I mean, he had to have told us long before that. He couldn't have thought.
You
that
hear
was-
us now, Al?
Can you hear us now?
I went out and came back. I'm waiting to see.
You can't.
What?
Can you hear us?
So can you hear us?
You answered
I
us.
couldn't hear you for the longest. You were breaking up real bad, but I went out and came back, so I'm trying.
All right, so you're good. Nostra, you back?
No, Nostra's still on that bootleg internet.
He's working it.
No, you're still on that
It's
bootleg.
fucked. I don't know
Alright.
if you guys can even hear me right now.
Yeah,
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 we
we
can.
can.
Yes. Stay on your phone on data. Just only
Okay.
audio.
Yeah, it's only audio.
Yeah, you
anyways.
guys can't
Anyways,
hear me.
so the two of you manage to stay upright, and he goes, "See, I have no control over these gentlemen, and they simply will not let us into the town hall. You will have to take us somewhere else, so I cannot give you money right now. All I can tell you is that the leader of those damn red brands, his name is Iano Albrecht. He came here some time ago with a group called the Lord's Alliance, and then he disappeared. He came back once again, telling me that the town would be safe as long as I paid him a sum of money. And then he paid me off, which I found quite odd, because he actually paid me more than I paid him. Don't understand why he needed me. And all of a sudden he starts to monologue. He sort of likes to starts to go off and start talking completely like it's like he sort of pulls back and I'm sorry, I get very nervous and I start talking very often. I can't understand why.
Okay, enough of
anyway,
your jib, bud. Enough of your jib. Let us go to the bar and have a conversation over this. Tell everybody this is just a misunderstanding. Go back to their posts and let's go talk about this in the tavern over a brew, shall we? Or I can cut your balls off. Your choice.
At least
I
hide the
certainly
knife.
I certainly would not love the latter. So, kudos to you. I will back up and going away now, Mr. Guard. Yes. And he sort of slowly back up, and you pull the knife down just a little bit from his testicles, and you start walking together back towards the bar. And he goes off to the. Or actually, he starts actually making his way this way, and he goes to the sleeping giant. Then,
No, to the.
at which point,
What's the other bar that we were in?
that would be the Stonehill Inn.
I didn't mean the Sleeping Giant. I meant the Stonehill Inn.
Yes, but of course. Richter, you've been moving around since then. So he turns around and he goes, all right then. Well, let's make our way then. I'm sure Toblin would love to see us, or see me. And then at which point the guard pulls his, so there's a massive like crater in the ground now. And he pulls his big maul out, and the two guards just go and make their posts back, standing in front of this massive town hall that's sitting in front of you. So you guys make your way slowly back towards the bar. The red brands are still pretty close behind, so you have noticed that they are not going back in. They're sort of filling the streets, but they have not. They're not like they don't seem like they're following you. They seem like they're just sort of filling the streets at this point.
Oh, they're fucking squatted up for us, bro.
Okay, so let's continue back to the inn. We'll sit down and have this conversation over a brew, and I think there's some other people there that might share some information that we might need to know, and that I want some answers out of this guy for.
Jared.
So you make your way in. So you guys sort of jump in to the Stonehill Inn.
Can
you
I
guys
break
all
off
sort of.
from the group?
Richter, yeah, you certainly can.
I
was thinking about.
I want to go back to the wood spot and talk to the elf guy that sold me my crossbow.
You want to head back to the woodworker spot, okay? And Pino, where are you going?
I just wanted to hang out outside. Make sure anybody not outside taking a particular extra interest that we're not, that we haven't already noticed. Like not the guards necessarily, unless they are fucking around.
He essentially wants to keep
keep an eye out. Yeah.
He wants to stand outside the door. That's fine. So the red brands are starting to fill the streets. So you're starting to see more and more red brands coming out. That's pretty much all you're seeing right now. Starting to sort of fill more of the streets at this point. You're having a hard time keeping track of all of them. I need you to make a perception check. Gideon, have you got back inside? So what is Gideon doing right now? So I feel like he's a little bit frantic because he's now basically taken the town master hostage.
He's not hostage anymore. He agreed to walk over to this bar and have a pint with me. So I didn't cut his nuts off, granted, but...
And, mate, Gideon does not become frantic.
Oh, okay. You start to get a little annoyed with, the haphazard...
I will say that I am quite taken aback by this turn of events. I did not think the dwarf the gnome capable of such diplomacy, even at the tip of a blade. So kudos to my gnome friend. Yeah, I did follow him in. I say nothing. I just observed the event.
You see that you keep a stern face on. So does Ganja. You guys make your way in. Dab, you have the town town master Harbin sitting with you. He sort of walks in, and all of a sudden you hear, hell no! You get his ass out of here.
Now wait a minute, my dear lady. I brought him in here with purpose. I think this is good. Will better serve us all. We have some questions for each other, us for you, and you for us, I am sure. So let us work through these.
It's for you and you for him, and we are all together. I don't give two shits. Get this asshole out of here. Oh, jeez, you just made me swear.
And I can see that you don't like this fellow, and I'm sure. Do you understand, sir, why she is not so fond of you?
I've had problems with the Stonehills for quite some time. I've been trying to close down this establishment for quite a while because they have ruffians and unsavory individuals coming through here. Like, look at that man over there. And
Bite your tongue,
currently
sir.
he looks at the passed out dude who licked Pino's face, who's currently still bloody nosed on the floor.
So you're speaking ruffians
Still not.
will have a gang of 15 waiting outside who have been terrorizing this town, and you're worried about a few town drunks? Really, sir?
Well, we have no proof that the ruffians have not done anything but good for this town. They have simply helped our economy. They've bought from our wares, they've bought from our woodworkers and our blacksmiths and so on. I merely think they're here for in interest to the mine. Those those silly brothers, those Rockseeker brothers, always talking about their beautiful mine. Well, it's brought a lot of unwanted attention, and the Red Brands are simply here to keep us safe.
So, and then I'll turn to the lady and I'll say, I believe you have a different story if you would like to share.
I would like to say a goddamn thing. I already told him what I want to tell him.
So as you can see, sir, this is only one of very many people we have talked to in this town in this short time being here, and it seems they are all of the general consensus they are not a fan of the Red Brands. So it looks like it's you versus the town.
Well, I think they'd have something else to say about that. And I think Mr. Glassstaff would have something as well. And he never wants to keep eye contact with you. He's always sort of putting his nose into the air. Pino, I need you to make another perception check.
Another, okay.
You're sort of constantly keeping an eye on what's going on. And like I said, these streets are filling more and more with Red Brands at this point.
And at that time, I'm going to turn to the gentleman and say, what is it they have over you? Why are you so scared of these people? I don't think you're in it for the money. I think you fear for your life. Is there something you're not telling us that maybe we can help with?
I think you give him far too much credit, man. He's in it for the money, and he's a bit of a coward.
Let the man answer. We'll see what he has to say.
Well, I may not be the most savory of individuals in my business dealings. I do everything I do for the town and the sake of the town. I tolerate what they're doing so that the town can prosper. I tell you right now, if I did not do that, we'd be far worse than where we are right now.
What would far worse entail? Please do tell.
That would be Nesna. We don't want that man coming down. The Red Brands protect us from him. They make sure that he does not put a reign of terror upon this town.
So is Nesnar the orc leader? Would I be fair in saying that?
Nesna is known as the Black Spider.
Oh, the
He
Black
is the
Spider.
wonderful sorcerer that is trying to take over Wave Echo Cave and take it back from the Rockseeker brothers. But the Red Brands are here to help us. They're here to protect us.
Well, we have been also requested to take a mission to exterminate this Black Spider. I think we have invested interest. May we have the services of your Red Brand army. If they are here to protect the town, they should have no problem taking on this quest with us.
I tell you once more, I have no control over the Red Brands. They simply do a service for me. I cannot tell them what to do. I don't know how many times I can tell you this.
But you can bring the man who leads them to me for conversation, correct?
I did not say that. I said
You
I
were
knew him.
hollering his name in the alley.
I simply did that to tell the boys to stop so I could keep my testicular pieces intact.
Well, they still are on the table here, sir, so I would say it's in your best interest to arrange a meeting between this leader and you and myself.
You know, you start to see all the Red Brands start to surround the end, so they're actually making their way off to the sides out of your sight now.
Particular fashion, like I know that they're going around the end. They're not just walking.
You can tell they're fanning out. Like you can. So they've.
All right. So the moment that I would think that they are doing this to surround the building / be a provoke of some kind, I would come inside and head right over and interrupt them.
So you come rushing inside while they're having this conversation. They're not that far into the building because Trilena didn't want to let them in that far. But you come rushing over to Dab. And you can go ahead.
Yeah, so I cut it right off. I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder and say, listen, Deb, I don't know what information you got. I hope it's good, but we need to get the fuck out of here now because no matter what you say, these guys are surrounding the building and there's more and more by the second.
So I'm going to look over at the guy that I've been holding hostage this whole time, and I'm going to say, well, it looks like we've got a problem to deal with, and our problem has now become your problem. So I suggest that you work with us to try to solve this problem. Would you agree?
I'm going to look it down and say, listen, I don't know how much influence this guy's got over him. If he had much, they would have fucked off already. Or They just don't care if he dies.
Finally,
Either
something
way.
makes sense. Although I'm not in love with the fact that nobody cares if I die, but I told you
Shut
before.
up. Just shut up. I'm not talking to you. Just shut up. Dab.
He sort of puts his head down.
It's now or never. You got your last question, and we're out.
They're gonna jump us as soon as we get out this building, and I'm gonna look back at
Might.
this guy.
Then why are we leaving the building, mate? We should protect the door.
From what I've seen, I don't think protecting the door is going to do anything. Plus, there's probably a back entrance. There's windows.
So is this long enough? Is this long enough?
We're in my building right now.
Is this long enough time for Richter to have made it his way to the elf?
Yeah. So Richter, by this time you will. So you're wading through a sea of red brands at this point, and you've made your way over back to the elf. You sort of hear a ding ding, and you come in, and he turns and goes, "Well, you seem to have upset some of the more unsavory individuals in this town, now haven't you?"
Not I, not Jesus, but my friends have.
Well, whatever disguise you wear will not keep you away from the red brands. They are driven in people, and simply throwing a knife to Harbin Wester, the sleaze balls and throat, won't stop them from obliterating you off the map.
Well, hopefully, my friend, they find a disguise to keep themselves away from me. I'm here to talk business with you.
And business we shall talk. Speak.
We both know I paid way overpriced for my crossbow. And the reason is
We
because...
know you paid a price. Whether that's over or under is for me to decide.
The reason is because I am desperate to take out the red brands in this city. They have been raping all the women and children and sending them to other villages.
You say this like they're things I care about. I care about one thing, my friend. I care about money, and the red brands are good for business.
What if I told you there's money if the red brands disappear?
Well, you would have to be very convincing. Make a persuasion roll. And he's going to make a contested insight roll, which is just a d20.
As a note, after I said those things to Dab, I'm telling him it's time to get out. I'm actually going to wild shape into something very small. So when we get back, we can deal with that. Just want to let you know.
All right. So an 11 for you. His insight is going to be 13. He knows you're bullshit. Or he turns to you and goes, I know for a fact that you don't have a lot of gold, considering it's all in my pocket. So you'll have to be very convincing in telling me where this money is going to come from. They are very profitable, the red brands, and they pay well.
The money comes from a bounty on the leader's head.
Bounty of how much?
10,000 gold.
Make a deception roll, and he's gonna contest it with his insight. This will be interesting.
I'm gonna use my D6.
17 to 14. He turns to you and goes, I'm listening.
There's 10,000 gold on his head. Right now, my friends are surrounded by the army. They're going to demand that the leader comes to meet them. When he comes, I want you to help me assassinate him.
Well, that is quite the show. I tell you right now, I am not a warrior. I am no person. I am simply a man who can make his flatus fall up inside of him, but I am not able to kill a man. I sell wares, sir. I am a merchant. Not a warrior, not an adventurer or an explorer. I cater to those people. I take money from those people. If you would like me to swindle somebody in a deal, this is something I can do. Tell me, who exactly can put up this sort of coin, considering the entire realm of Phandelver itself is not even worth more than 100 gold pieces on its own?
I was sent by the king of Jingle Bell Rock.
Make a deception roll, and maybe this is where you might want to use your because he's going to make an insight because that's ridiculous. He's going to make an insight check with advantage. You can make a deception roll and use your inspiration, which I think just gives you, I think it allows you to make it with advantage as well.
5. It's a nat 1. It's not good.
I think so. You're going to use your inspiration because his is an 18.
I mean, I have a 5, right? So I'd have to roll a
You have to
14
roll-
or over on, right?
No, you'd have to roll higher than 18. It's your advantage is
Wouldn't it
just
get added?
re-rolling.
Wouldn't it get added to my 5?
No,
No,
you
it
can
doesn't
roll
get
one more
added.
time for an advantage.
Yeah, so it's just twice. You roll twice, and you got to beat 18 because he's
on,
smelling
Tony.
your bullshit. So that'll do it for your inspiration, but this is the time.
I would. He smells my bull. Okay, I'll do it. I roll deception, right?
Yep, you roll a deception roll. You have +4 in deception.
Let's go!
19.
I was sent by the king of Jingle Bell Rock.
He turns to you and he he looks right in and he goes, "Well, I know not of the realm of Jingle Bell Rock, and you will have to take me there someday."
My friend, listen to me. These people have been going from village to village, raping women and children and sending them around. I can bring you back
from the Jingle Bell Rock.
I can bring you back to my kingdom with me, and we could split the 10,000 gold. They will
I can
have
merely
their whole.
give you mage support. I cannot provide you anything else, and I will not compromise my position in this town. That is
Make
it.
make me a magical sword, and I will pay you another 40 gold. When I get my 10,000.
Come from? And he sort of looks at you. He looks you up and down and goes, "You've already given me quite a bit of your money. I can tell that for sure. So exactly where will you get this extra money, as you cannot go back to this kingdom of rock?"
Whether you come back with me or not, I will be killing this man.
That is for certain, I'm sure. However, with my involvement, it requires a certain amount of payment up front.
I will give you 10 gold up front.
10 gold up front for me to uproot my business and believe that you have a large sum of money somewhere in the realm in a faraway land named Jingle Bell Rock.
Yes.
He sort of turns to you and goes, "I will give you one sword. A sword that can be used to slay enemies, if you will. Or, in particular, hide from them.
Give me a sword.
Enjoy being, given your disguise, which is poorly put together, I gather that you like to be unseen."
I do.
Well then. If it is a sword that you ask for, a sword you will get. However, I'm a woodworker, so it requires me to get quite a bit of illegal, shall we say, and very hard to find pieces of equipment that I have not in my shop at the moment. However, I can probably procure them in 2 days' time. If you come back, strange elf, I will provide you with weaponry as long as you provide payment of 50 gold in coin in my hands. Otherwise, you can find yourself flat as free for the rest of your life.
What does flatters mean?
Flatus means shit. It's your fart that you decided to throw crop dust in his store not too long ago that he shoved back up inside.
Tried.
I'm gonna laugh. That's for sure.
I forgot he farted in his man's shop, yo.
Is there?
And he sort of turns to you. So I need you to make a persuasion roll.
Do I get anything out of the winning the last deception roll? Just he believes I'm from Jingle Bell Rock?
He didn't kick you straight out of his store for saying absolute poppycock.
Is it a way to take these boxes off the screens with the names?
Yeah. So if you go into the settings, you can actually the little right now it should just show little boxes, correct?
No, I got big ones.
All right. If you go into the settings on the side there, on the far left in Roll20,
top
you should
right,
be able to see something.
It's top right.
Sorry, top
Yeah,
right.
I got it.
Yeah.
And then you should see something that says like the player avatar size, and it should just be able to put down to names only.
Very bottom, the last thing on it.
Got you. Thanks.
$21.
Okay, so he turns to you and goes, "All right, I may have something in the back that could be of benefit to you, and given your particular styles, I think it might suit you quite well. Wait here, and I will be right back." And he goes to walk into the back. At which point, so we're just going to slip right back to Dad, who is working in the right now in the inn. What exactly are you doing, Dad?
So yeah, I'm saying my piece, and like I said, I am fucking running over to the closest window that I can see with a crack and shape changing into a spider on the wall. Little spider, tiny spider. I mean,
Okay,
wild shape.
So you run over to the wall, you sort of, and he just all of a sudden you hear Harbin go, "My goodness, your friend has disappeared."
Yes, I have many friends with many talents, so I think it would be in your best advice to offer a safe passage out of this building and maybe a place where we can converse.
And he turns to you and goes, "How many times must I tell you, my friend? I have no sway over what these people do." And he actually starts to break down at this point.
So
I'm
that's
merely a man who takes money from others.
So if
I
they had,
I turned to the lady who owns the bar, and I'm like, "Miss, is there any clandestine method of exiting this place?
Sorry, what?
Is there any clandestine method of exiting this place?"
And she goes, well, there seems to be there's the front door, there's the back door, there's the big tunnels. I can't really think of anything.
They are secret tunnels, did you say?
And you'll see her she sort of gives you a look of sort of confusion, then goes, "Oh, I see what y'all are trying to do. So you guys want to get out of here real sneaky like?"
Yes, ma'am. That would be very appropriate.
Well then, right this way. And so she sort of turns to you and she gives you she gives you sort of a look and goes and looks around the room. She is now going to walk you back towards the back area in the
Before I go, can I walk over to the wall where Pino disappeared? I'm gonna put up my arm so he could climb on me.
Yeah, my boy, I'm jumping right on that.
So you walk over the wall, you grab him. So Dab, what are you doing? And with your wonderful.
I'm just gonna crawl right up on his shoulder under some folds so other people can't see me.
Okay, and
my jacket type thing has like flaps and shit.
Nice.
I'm gonna tell him he better come with us. Otherwise, I'm gonna just slit his throat and leave him here. But keep your fucking mouth shut.
I don't think you'll have to convince him that hard, mate. He knows that it's no good thing for him to stay.
At which point he turns to you and goes, "You should listen to your friends." And he gladly takes on the offer to get out of here. So at which point you guys are taken back into the back rooms. You see like a small little square hatch that sits below it, and she goes, "Now this gonna take you over to the Tressander Manor. It's gonna bring you up into a basement. My son Pitt found a little place around there. Sorry, I misspoke. It's gonna take you into the woods, and then in the woods you can find the Tressander Manor. Pip likes to talk all about that place. She says there's lots of people up there. But this should take you right back into the woods, right south Phandelver. So you just go on in there, sweetie, and here you go." And she hands Dab like a mug of ale. She goes to hand Dab a mug of ale, but happens to tip it and dumps it directly on Harbin Wester's head.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you very much, man. Much obliged.
Now y'all have fun, and if you ever want to come back, hopefully my place isn't burnt down by then.
No, we will be.
As we go by, I turn to her and give her 2 pieces of gold.
Well, thank you. This will be helping quite a bit when I have to rebuild this place.
And don't worry, man.
Indeed.
We won't be far away. We will always have your best interests in mind.
At which point you start hearing glass breaking and you start hearing footsteps.
Okay, Okay, and we'll escape
Well,
into the
just
tunnel zone.
shall we? I'm gonna
Yes,
go
you
first.
You guys
And
go
I'll-
down into the tunnel. After finishing this, so give me 1 second here. So, we'll jump back to Lex. So Richter, the elf comes back out from behind, and he's holding in his hands like this wooden sword. It's just like, it looks like it's like mom and pop. It's been carved by hand, but not ornately, like whittled. And he brings it out to you and goes, "I believe this would be more your speed." And he sort of hands it to you, and puts it in your hands, and sort of smiles.
I'm gonna say, enlighten me on how this can kill the most dangerous man in the town.
Well, I see that you are quite the entertainer, and you enjoy getting people to laugh and be merry. It's what the use of a bard is, correct? Well, what this sword allows you to do is instigate things like that. And so what he hands it to you. I need you to make, you are an elf, so make an Arcana check. So he turns to you, and you see like a little bit of insignia on it that's sort of scribbled out in Elven, and it says the Sword of Jingle Bell Rock, right on the blade. You know that the Sword of Jingle Bell Rock, using a bonus action, you can actually raise your hand into the air. It has, you can raise your hand in the air. The sword will actually go up into the air and all of a sudden start playing tunes. It will actually start playing music in the air, and it will affect one creature of your choice within a 30-foot radius, and they will begin just uncontrollably dancing. For at least, so they'll just start uncontrollably dancing, and it will stay there as long as you have concentration on it. So you're not able to do anything else during this time. You sort of have to concentrate on that, but what you can do is use a bonus action to raise your hand into the air, and this sword will glide.
Is it a one-time weapon? Can I only use it once?
So this weapon in particular, he sort of turns to you, and so I'm assuming I'm going to assume you asked him this, and he turns and goes, "Well, I was given this weapon by a legendary bard from a very long time ago, and he told me that it might be a little bit banged up, but it is certainly useful. Unfortunately, its uses per day is limited to 1. However, you can, with some luck and some concentration, maybe be able to get that charge back at the end of the day." So what the technical specs, and I'll send you this after, or I can send you it soon, maybe after the break. What this sword allows you to do is it is used once per day, and at the end of the day, you can roll a d6. You can roll a you can roll a d6, and with a 5 or a 6, you could recharge it back to 1.
Nice. All right, I'm going to tell him. I'm going to say, "Thank you, my friend. What's your name again?"
And he turns to you and goes, No, I do not give that out.
Good, me neither, but because I don't know who I am. See you later.
And he sort of looks at you confused as you walk outside of his building.
I'm also going to make my way back to the inn.
All right, so you make your way back to the inn. It is fully surrounded now and basically being vandalized by a very large group of
Can I slip through the back door by chance? Because that's how I left last time.
Make a stealth roll, because you're going to have to get through a lot of guys.
Oh, fuck. I'm also dressed like Jesus. For the record, I don't look like their friend.
Jesus, but you're not like Jesus in a red coat.
That's true. So they might not let me in, huh?
Definitely not.
Ooh, not with that.
So the two of them, so all of a sudden, two of them turn to you and go, "Where the fuck you think you're going, Blackie?"
Damn.
I'm a holy man. I'm just here to stay the night.
No.
These guys are
He
obviously.
he is, as a priest, he turns to you and goes, "The fuck you think we're doing with a fucking holy man? You think we got less respect for you? Get your ass back to your fucking church. Go pay to your god."
Oh, I traveled a very far way to praise the Lord, and I spent a lot of gold on 2 nights at this inn, and I still haven't spent one yet. Please let me go to my room.
He's gonna grab you by the scruff, and he's just gonna pick you up and go, "I don't think you understood me. You better get the fuck out of here before you get injured. And I need you to make an Constitution saving throw, and he's gonna make an intimidation roll here. I don't think you're beating that. You are currently afraid. You want to get as far away from this dude as possible, in the complete direction that he asks of you. So you currently you're frightened is the actual condition. So you can't. You have disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls.
I'm going.
While the source
I'm
of your
going
fears is
to.
insight.
I'm going to pretend that he hurt my back real bad because I'm old and go okay, and then walk away from the tavern.
Like, dear, Gramps, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, my back.
And he sort of just puts you down and walks back into the inn, or starts walking to the inn. So right now you're standing outside. You have no idea where your friends are. You do have the dancing sword in hand, or sorry, the sword of Jingle Bell Rock, and he lets you. He sort of walks. He sort of watches you as you slowly walk away. Guys, what are we doing in the tunnel? So you guys are traveling down this tunnel. Who's in lead right now?
I would. Yeah, Gideon's in the lead. I'll be behind Gideon, and then Pino is up his sleeve.
I have my shield up and my halberd, like I'm holding it about halfway up the head.
I'm just sitting on his shoulder, so I can see, but pretty much out of sight anything else.
And while we're making
on the shoulder.
What?
So I heard that you were sitting halfway up on a halberd, or you're sitting on his shoulder.
No, I'm sitting on his shoulder, just in a fold, so I can see, but nobody can really see me. Okay, like under his collar type of shit.
All right, can you still hear us, Al?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, good. All right, so as you guys are walking first, so who's in the front again? Sorry.
Me.
All right, so Gideon's in the front, then there's Dab, and then there's Harbin, or is Harbin in between the two of you? Oh, we lost Dab for a second.
He's in. Oh, I'm not with him. Never mind.
Yeah, so I'm going to assume that Harbin is in between the two of you.
Gotcha.
So all of a sudden you see this bright, all of a sudden you see a lot of smoke coming up around you in this tunnel. So this tunnel is it's concrete walls. It's got piping in between it, like old clay, like terracotta piping that runs the length of it. It's sort of got like concrete walls all around it, and then it starts to bleed into some more like hand dug out concrete or hand dug out holes held up with sticks, and all of a sudden you start to see a lot of smoke, and you can't really see much. You're having a hard time actually getting more visibility and more visibility. It gets thicker and it gets thicker and it gets thicker. I need everybody to make a perception check.
What's the smoke smell like?
Right now, so who said that?
Me, Gideon.
Gideon, so you are not an Arcana man, so you just make a nature check. You're just trying to glean whether or not this is something natural.
Got you.
So I've already made my check, but being a druid, should I be doing the nature too for something like this next time?
Well, you take on the trait. Don't you take on the traits of the animal that you are, or do you take on your own intelligence?
I keep my intelligence and wisdom.
Okay. So
and charisma, I lose strength and dex.
Yeah, you would be able to. You being up front, you'd be able to make an Arcana check. Gideon, you at least know that it's not fire.
Okay.
And I got an 18 for a perception check. And I'm also
you now notice that Harbin is not in front of you.
Arcana check. Doesn't matter.
Sorry, I don't know where on the sheet that you go to roll this type of stuff.
Are you on your Beyond D&D Beyond sheet?
Yeah.
So if you just click on one of your skills in the side there.
It's the list in the middle.
Long middle box.
I'm also.
I didn't hear the last thing that was said.
It's in the long, skinny box, Al. It starts off with acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, athletics, deception. All your skills are right there.
Yeah, but when I bring that page up, it doesn't. I can't roll anything from it. It won't let me. It won't let me click.
You click on the name, and a menu should pop out from the side. And if you look up in the top right corner of that menu, it'll say Beyond 20. You click on the Beyond 20, it'll roll it in there for you.
There we go. Okay, so
I'm sorry.
you again. So like I said before, you know that it's not campfire. Pinot, you got a 14, so you know this is some type of I guess for lack of a better word, magical smoke. You know this isn't naturally occurring. Um, Dab, you start to like as you're wading through the smoke, because all of a sudden, you know, Harpin just sort of disappeared directly in front of you, and you sort of reach your hand out. You don't feel him anymore. You're looking in front of you. You don't feel him anymore.
I'm also a wizard, so I should be able to understand this magic, should I not?
You know it is some sort of magic, so you've gleaned that something's going wrong. You haven't been able to discern exactly what has happened though.
So he just went poof out of nowhere, and now we're got a bunch of smoke around.
As far as you can tell, he's just gone.
And can I tell? Do I recognize this smoke at all?
You recognize it as some sort of arcane smoke. Like you know it was it was due to a spell of some sort. You don't know. You can't glean the exact spell. As of right now, you just know that there's a guy. There's smoke all around you. You know it's arcane, and you know it's just gone.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell Gideon because he was behind Gideon, so Gideon probably doesn't notice that he's gone yet. And I'm gonna grab Gideon by the back and say, he just disappeared. This smoke here, it's something magic. I'm not quite sure what it is, but he's gone now, and there's smoke here. So I suggest we beeline it to the end of this tunnel before we see any freak shit go on.
All of a sudden, you start to hear this.
Well, man, we're in the dark, so I'm pushing ahead. If something happens, it happens. We still got to be free of this tunnel.
I've got dark vision, so I can see ahead. We just got to get through this.
I bet. So I can't see. I'm still going forward.
I'm just sitting there in my own thoughts.
You start to see a small dot of light, probably about 150 feet in the distance.
I'm not running, but I'm definitely power walking.
Yeah, and I'm close behind, legs just a move.
You're like old lady shuffling, just.
Remember, Ganja's with us as well, so.
Yeah, he's bringing up the.
Jared, you are watching Roll20 chat, right?
Yeah, I'm watching it. So yeah, Ganja's right behind you. Archbait bitch. Archibald bitch. What?
No, don't. Yeah.
So right now, yeah, Ganja's also noticed that something definitely not good has come. He's actually starting to clank up, and he's starting to give a little bit of chase as well. He's behind. He's heading all of you up, so he's right behind all of you. He saw Dab sort of take off into the smoke, so he just takes off as well. You're all sort of shuffling along. As you keep going along, all of a sudden you start to hear the sound of like crunching dirt. You hear like, and you start to see vines just all of a sudden stick in. So I need Dab to make an acrobatics check. I need Gideon to make an acrobatics check, and then I also need Ganja to make a acrobatics check, which I will do for him.
I think he can still roll himself.
It's a dark tunnel with smoke in it. Should I be taking this roll with disadvantage?
I mean, you're trying to dodge something right now. So you're seeing these like plants start to stick out, like almost like roots that's starting to come out and jut out in the actual tunnel. So you're seeing these, and this is just you trying to dodge out of the way. Gotcha. You're pretty dexterous, so I mean you should be able to. So Ganja rolls a 9. Gideon's got a 13. Dab, you got a 14. So Ganja's actually going to take. I don't actually have a thing. So Ganja, just take 2 points. Ganja takes 2 points of damage. I don't have a map for you guys right now, but unfortunately, but Ganja will take 2 points of piercing damage as he gets sort of one just pricked into his leg. And you see these things shooting out one at a time. I need everybody to make an athletics check. We're going to see, are you guys going to start full-on sprinting or?
I'm still sort of leery now to sprint because these things are just coming out of the wall randomly. I don't want to get like clothesline.
I see this happening as a spider, and I stay as a spider.
Yep, solid move.
I'm gonna cast firebolt through the rest of the tunnel towards to the white spot to try to clear our way of any vines that might be in the way.
Okay, so you cast firebolt directly towards you. Just and then you start to see all of the vines start to recede back in. You see some sort of charred pieces of leaves and things like that of theirs that start to recede back in. But then all of a sudden you start to see them so you guys continue on and you start to see them coming back out again.
So can I continuously cast Firebolt till we get to the end?
Yeah, so
I
you
can
basically start hitting it up. You run right underneath Gideon's legs. You head up to the front. Ganja's right behind you, and you're just sort of leaning forward and just shooting off firebolts as you run through this area. All of these plants and these vines are starting to try and stab in, but you're managing to just fire firebolt after firebolt after firebolt down the actual way. You get to the very end, and you see all of a sudden the entire hole just like close up with vines that just sort of intermingle and just. And then they just start writhing around like snakes. So you're out in the middle of a forest right now, and you don't see any discernible area of use, but you just see this, a small, or sorry, a rather large house in the distance. It stands sort of almost church-like. It's very cobblestone-esque. It's got very tall spires on either end of it, and you're sitting out in the middle of the woods. We're gonna jump back to Richter, who is currently an old man trying to shuffle away from all these red brands who are currently terrorizing an inn.
As I'm walking away, I'm slow. I'm about maybe like waiting something like 30 feet away from them, 40 feet away from them. I'm gonna look at the little map the bartender gave me, and I'm gonna try to figure out where I'm gonna go, right? Because for all I know, all my friends are in the tavern, right?
Yes, as far as you know, all your friends are in that tavern right now.
Well, I'm a sick motherfucker. My chlamydia's fucking roaring, so I'm ready to go, right? I'm gonna remember what they told me about the leader of these people. They all, the guys up at the manor at the top of the hill. And I figure that if they ever get out of there with the town master, that's where they're gonna take them. So I'm gonna head up that hill towards the manor.
Okay, so you start basically booking it towards what you know as the Tressender Manor.
Going as fast as I can without giving up that I'm not really an old man.
Okay, so you're sort of hobbling, but you're quickly hobbling as fast as you can, and then as soon as you get outside the view, are you still in Black Jesus garb?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you guys move forward throughout the, or you move in towards the manor, and you're starting to sort of book it out that way. You guys get up to so the group. We're back to the group now. You guys walk up to this massive area, and you see this, like, again, more of a castle than a home. You see it's got massive spires on both sides. It's got this beautiful ornate carvings in the top, and all of a sudden you see a gentleman. He looks like a well.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm reading in the chat, and Ganja says nobody can hear us in the stream because the music is too loud.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I will turn it down then. My bad.
No, I got the stream on 2 different phones right now, and it's broadcasting just fine.
Why? That was just going off what Ganja was saying.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing it just fine too. So I think he might have Roll20 on, and it's loud in his ear, and that's why it might be overpowering the stream.
Well, I know for me, your music is loud as fuck. Like, I have to turn my Chrome practically off just to turn it down.
I just paused it. I just paused it because
I do know that I make both of them fairly loud.
You
But,
can't even hardly hear the music on the stream.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, here, but what I might do is just knock that down. I mean, you guys aren't exactly in that situation anymore, so I'll knock that down. So, you guys walk up to this. You see a farmer-style person. He's wearing like one of those big straw hats. He's pretty well built, stocky guy. He's sort of sitting there like, and he's just throwing rocks up at this manor. And you hear, "Get out here! I don't want you around here no more."
Mike went a little screwy there.
Oh, so he's hucking rocks up at this area and goes, "You need to get the hell out of here. I don't want you around here no more. You sons of bitches better get the hell away from here."
So is he throwing rocks at us or just at a tree?
He's throwing it at this manor. He's throwing it at this big building right now.
he's throwing rocks at the house.
Is this our buddy?
So make a perception roll, because you are a spider.
It's a nice view of Gideon's ceiling.
I know. Gideon, you got a baller ceiling, buddy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
20.
Yeah, this is your good friend Darren Edermath.
I'm fucking staying as a spider. I wasn't gonna, but now I am.
You gonna relay to everybody else who it is, though?
What am I gonna do? Fucking whip my little fingers at you that you can barely even see?
Okay. I've met Darren before too, so can I make a perception check?
Yeah, you certainly can make a perception check. So he's just sitting there like, you son of bitches, you get the hell out of here.
21.
Come on, you know who this is.
And I
You
go,
know
I
who-
recognize
you know
that
the
name. Darren, how the hell are you, buddy?
Well, how are you, little man?
Oh, I'm a man now. You were telling me I was a kid just last time I seen you.
Well, that's what I say to all my little kids that come through the apple orchard. They say, little man. That's what I call them.
So why are you throwing rocks at this building, Darren?
These sons of bitches to get the hell out of my town. I know they're holed up in there. I know they're doing freaky shit like smoking drugs and stuff like that. And I want them the hell out of my town.
Darren, we'll get him out of your town, but here, can you go back to town and find our friend Richter?
What they look like? If he look like you, I'm not gonna find him that easy.
So at this time, I'm gonna just talk to Gideon's shoulder. Darren can't really realize what I'm saying. And I'm gonna say,
No.
Pino, jump on Darren's shoulder. He'll take you back to town. Tell Richter where we are and bring him back to us.
And Darren, at which point Darren turns to you. So before that happens, Darren turns to you and goes, "What the hell are you talking to that bug in that shoulder for?"
So I'm actually gonna jump off the shoulder and pop back into my normal form.
Goodness, what the hell you come from?
I say, buddy, it hasn't been long enough, and I'm just gonna kind of walk back towards town a little bit, and I'm gonna start using my cantrip and casting a message towards Richter. I could go through solid objects because I am very familiar with Richter, so it's 120-foot range. So I'm gonna start heading back, kind of in the direction I see it, just to see if I can catch something.
So message doesn't necessarily require verbal, so you're just sort of looking. You start just looking out into the back, and this is all quiet. Like basically, let's remember how this is unfolded. You basically popped out of existence into an area. You point your finger towards the area, towards where you think the rough area where you think that Richter is, and you just sort of start concentrating. At which point, like Darren's just sitting there in the quiet, like, I think he's crazy.
I'm gonna lean over and say, make sure you tip your driver, mate.
It's a good assumption, Darren. I think you would know what crazy is quite well.
The hell's that supposed to mean?
I just mean you probably have a good sense on what crazy people look like.
Yeah, these sons of bitches right up here, they're crazy. Now, what is your friend doing? And Richter, in your head, you start to hear some like muffled like voices. You're not fully sure what they are, but you just start to hear like muffled voices as if they're like down in a well.
Do you want me to tell them what I say?
I'm gonna say God. I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna go, God.
At which point you just hear. Make an Arcana check.
Not good.
Oh shit. You at the very least, you're pretty sure that God is not talking to you. Your Black Jesus disguise was not that convincing.
What'd you say, bro?
I said you at the very least you don't think you're pretty sure that God's not talking to you. Your Black Jesus disguise wasn't that convincing.
Say, who is that? Speak out.
At which point, I mean, you were waking your way up towards Tressender Manor regardless, so all of a sudden the voice starts to become a little bit clearer. Still muffled, but it becomes a little bit clearer. Go ahead, Pino.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, we got out. We found some tunnels. We are, and I'm gonna tell them where the tunnel, roughly where I think we ended up. I'm gonna tell them we're outside or by the manor. Try to meet us outside of the town, right?
This is what you start hearing in your head, Richter. You just hear, "Mid out, tunnels, manor."
I'm gonna say, I knew these motherfuckers were at the manor, and then I'm gonna stop pretending I'm an old man and start running.
Okay, so are you still in disguise though?
Yes.
Okay, so you're Black Jesus booking it up towards the manor. At which point, Darren's. So you just know that. Can you be returned? Can they return back to you? You can cast a spell through solid objects. You're familiar with the dark magical science. 1 foot of stone.
Yeah,
so
he can. Well, you can whisper back.
he can whisper back.
Yeah. Only he can hear me,
Trying to
and
whisper,
he can
they
whisper
only
back.
hear. So you at the very least will say that. You'll say, I knew these motherfuckers were at the manor, and that will come through to you, Pino. So you'll actually hear that. At which point you'll see Darren start picking up rocks again and just start hucking it. Yeah, damn motherfucker.
So I'm gonna cast it again, seeing as it slightly worked, and I'm just gonna say outside of town, outside.
Outside of town?
Yeah.
To Richter?
Yeah, because we ended up outside, right? Am I wrong?
Yes, but you're standing in front of a giant building, like a giant castle-looking thing.
Yeah, he already knows where to go.
Never mind. Then I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that then. Yeah, my bad. Yep.
So you get the feeling like, so he's running directly towards you at this point, and you again, Darren's picked up rocks again. He's just started to throw it, and then all of a sudden he turns around and goes, "Where the hell did you come from?" And he's turning to Gideon right now.
Yeah.
Oh, did Gideon sleep? Or did
No,
Gideon
he
fall
did.
asleep again?
He might have.
Gideon fall asleep again?
Hey, Al.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there he goes.
You sleeping or typing?
No, I was typing. I'm sorry. I wasn't asleep. I was
I wanted
typing.
so bad for him to be asleep, because that was a great
Again.
sleep.
Nah, man. I got a text. I'm sorry. Tell me
So
what
he
to
turns to you and he turns to you, like he sort of throws rocks, and all of a sudden Darren stops throwing rocks, and then all of a sudden he turns to you and goes, "Where the hell you come from?"
My mother, mate.
Who the hell is she? And where's mother?
Apparently not here. Why do you have a grudge against this building, mate? Tell me.
Building because there's a bunch of shitheads inside terrorizing the town. How many times I got to tell you this?
So name drop a few, mate. Tell me their names.
I can't drop names. Those are names, sir. I don't understand what you're talking about. I can drop this rock, and then he proceeds to drop the rock, and turns around and goes, "Tell your little boy not to pick up that rock. It's dangerous."
Indeed, mate, it is. Now tell me, who torments you that lives here?
Who told me? My fucking eyes. I watched the fuckers walk in.
Who's bothering you, mate? Who's attacking the town from the residents?
The boys in the red coat. God damn it! They say I'm deaf.
So they control this building and the bar. This is a powerful gang.
What's the gang?
The
I'm
gentleman in the
sorry, I'm not up on your hipster lingo.
I'm gonna walk by and say, Richter's kind of headed this way, I think, and just find somewhere to sit and just watch this unfold.
What in the fuck is a Richter?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
I gotta walk away from him. I'm gonna stab him. I gotta walk away from him.
Darren, how many red brands are in? I'm gonna stay and talk to Darren because I entertain this type of tomfoolery.
Yeah, but I'm gonna move over toward the house now. Because is it a wall around it or anything like that?
Yeah, so basically it's almost like this massive, like the outside is basically a giant square, is almost what it feels like. It's probably 12 to 15-foot walls. There's small entrances here and there. I need everybody to make a trying to think what would go off memory. Maybe a history check? Everybody make a history check.
Even me?
Actually, no. Sorry. No, you can make a history check.
Me?
Nope. Okay.
Intelligence might be memory.
No, honestly, I remembered now. None of you actually heard it. He didn't tell you. So you guys are still sitting here. So Darren, so ask your question, Dab.
That's right, Darren. Why do you think the red brands are in here? What makes you think that they're inside?
I gotta tell you, they walk through the fucking front door. It's not too hard to figure out somebody's in a house if they walk through the goddamn front door.
But this isn't their house. Why are they here?
I don't fucking know. I just know they're inside, and I'm gonna throw this rock at it until they get the fuck out.
How many did you see go inside?
Well, fuck, I didn't count. I wasn't sitting here with a goddamn clicker.
Was it like 30 or was it like 3?
Yo, this old dude is so reckless.
I can't count that high, sir. Can you count that high, little guy?
Listen, buddy.
I'm listening.
What do you want us to do? How do you want us to approach this situation, Darren? Enlighten me. What do you know?
Well, goddamn it, I didn't think y'all were gonna come here. I didn't know I was making goddamn battle plans. I just came up here every once in a while, throw rocks at this goddamn here brick house, and then go back my merry way. That's how I deal with it. I'm not so military strategy.
Perhaps lower your voice a bit, mate. We don't want to draw that much attention over here.
He's throwing rocks at it. Don't worry about it. I shout from the side.
Turns to you and he goes, son, I think I left the element of surprise out a long fucking time ago.
Like, well, his memory's lasted pretty long. He hasn't asked us the same question over and over again. Darren, are you getting healthier, bud?
I'm sorry, little
Wait
guy.
a minute. And I'll turn to Pino and I'll ask Pino, don't you have a cure disease spell?
Nope.
Damn it.
Nope, I sure don't.
You don't think he would have used it on Richter's chlamydia?
No,
We offered it to Richard's committee and he keeps declining it.
He's getting more.
Somebody did offer Richter.
Feature now. It is a disease. He's treating it like a feature.
Treating it like a feature. Richter, by this point, you are out of breath, but you are making it closer and closer. The words are starting to become a little bit clearer now to you. You're starting to see the manor in the distance, and you're probably about 100 feet to 150 feet away from them. You're getting pretty close.
And I can kind of hear their conversation a little.
You're starting to hear like the murmurs of conversation. So the old man Darren turns to you and goes, "Sorry, little guy, I don't think you should be around here. You could get hurt going throw rocks and then dealing with these little bastards. But you, where the hell did you come from?" And he's looking at you, Gideon.
He's asking me where I came from again?
Yes.
I got nothing. I just looked at him and then I looked back at the house.
Welcome to Darren.
And then he turns back to you and goes, "What the hell is that supposed to be? Wait a minute, who the hell are you? Where did you come from?"
It's over here, bud. Hey, look, a butterfly.
He just stares blankly off into the distance right now.
How do we get information out of this senile little bastard?
At this
Ask
point,
him the right questions, Dad.
At this point, Richter, you come up upon this group of people. You see, all of your familiar faces. You do notice that there is no Harbin, and you do notice as well that there is a very well-built half-elf standing in front of you, currently just sort of staring blankly into the distance.
I'm gonna point at him. I'm gonna say, "Who's this mudblood?"
At which point he turns around to you, sort of looks you up and down, and goes, "There's a cure for that, son. You know that, right?"
I'm gonna say, "Why don't you come cure it for me then?"
Well, it sounds like it looks like with your promiscuous attitude that no way could cure it anyways. And so you don't understand how he knows this. You like all of a sudden he looked you up and down once, and he just all of a sudden knew you had something on you, and that you were a little bit of a mess around. He also turns to you and goes,
"He could probably smell it.
Where the hell did you get that?" And he's looking to the sword that's sitting in your scabbard right now, the nice wooden one. "I told that old sumbitch not to give that out to anybody. My daughter had one time. You used a whole bunch, and I."
Darren, you know where that sword? Well, I don't know. I don't know of the sword. So Richter, you're gonna have to make this discovery.
What?
That guy told you he got the sword from an old elf. You are now talking to the old elf he got that sword from.
Oh. I'm gonna say I got it from the unnamed man at the workshop.
The unnamed man? Well, fuck me, that's Eric. Silly son of a bitch. He's been selling all kinds of jokester stuff to all kinds of people. I'll bet you he told you it was nice, didn't he?
Yeah, he gave this to me because he's the one that gave me chlamydia. So this was like, this is how he paid me.
Doing those kind of things with Eric, you got other problems. But I'll give you a little bit of a recommendation. Why don't you go ahead and try and use that?
All right,
I started laughing.
I'm gonna point it at him and try to use it.
So just point it directly at him, and he just sort of smiles with like a half-crook smile. All of a sudden, you see the sword start to like glow and shake, and then it rises up into the air, and just sort of hovers up into the air, and it stops. And all of a sudden, you just see like a, and it just shoots out like fireworks, and all of a sudden, you hear. And all of a sudden you see Darren just start giggling. He's like, I told that silly son of a bitch that this was some fancy sword make people dance or some shit like that. He fell for it every single time.
This dude gave you a prank sword, bro.
I'm a
Darren give it to him as prank sword to boot. He just got took by a senile old man.
I'm gonna hit him in the head with it.
Real regal like too. He looked real pretty, didn't he?
I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna bop him in the head with it.
The sword's still standing up in the air and spinning, and just like it's playing music at this point. Almost, it's drowning it out at this. It's almost drowning out your conversation. You can't get that sword back right now.
I'm gonna punch him in the nuts and walk away.
You're gonna punch him. Okay, so go ahead and roll for an attack.
An unarmed attack, right?
Yes, roll for an unarmed attack.
Yeah, he really tried to Bangkok him.
He's gonna forget about it anyway.
Forget about it.
Did my attack not roll? Oh, there it is.
So you're gonna go and you bring your fist back and you go to put it straight forward. All of a sudden, he just catches your fist at the bottom of his hand. He pulls it off to the side and sort of turns and looks at you and goes, "Son, I would not do that if I were you. I'm a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, and I don't take kindly to being had my genitals touched, especially by some folks who don't exactly have savory hobbies like yourself."
And at this time, I'm going to go,
Now,
Darren, calm down.
Fuck back down at the woodworker shop tried to do this bullshit too. I'll bet you he looked skinny and sleek, didn't he? He didn't take his mask off for you. I've been around a while, boy, and you're going to learn yourself. And he pulls back and he's going to rear up and he is going to give you an unarmed strike as well. But his unarmed strike is going to come with some damage. His unarmed strike is going to be a... Oh, geez, where is it? There it is.
So as this is going on, I'm gonna start shouting, hold on. Maybe we can help each other out here.
Oh. He's gonna reel back to try and swing at you, but he is just gonna completely miss.
Can I catch it?
I mean at this point it was
man, it's a nat one. Let me catch that bitch.
Yeah, you catch it back. So right now he's got your
arm
like this.
I'm gonna catch it and I'm gonna say, I'm Black Jesus. Maybe you're the one who should think twice.
And he just sort of turns to you and he looks kind of surprised a little bit and he goes back to you and goes, "Son, I think we're at ourselves a Mexican stalemate here. Why don't you put your hands down and we just go back to being friends?"
I'm gonna start dancing to the sword. While he has my hand and I have his hand, I'm gonna grab him like we're dancing, and I'm gonna start dancing to the fucking. So he starts
waving back and forth with you. All of a sudden, he turns to Pino and goes, "What the fuck is going on right now?"
I don't know, but this is something else, my friend. And you are more than what you seem.
Darren, tell us more about the Order. How can we get them? How can we receive their help?
Oh,
the Order's been dead for such a long time. And so at which point he's waving back and forth. He says, "Could you get your frou-frou friend off my fucking hands, please?"
No, you're dancing with him for the next hour, I think.
I'm going to say, I guess the sword works, motherfucker.
Yo.
At which point he's just going to try and disengage from you. So he's going to he's going to sort of do a quick, just a pushback. Are you going to prevent him? Are you going to hold him in any way or?
No, I'm going to play my lute with the music that's going on and I'm going to dance.
All right, so he's going to push back and go, Remember I told you that I knew people who were crazy?
Yeah.
And he just
yeah,
sort of points over to your friend.
Why do you think I continue to talk to you, Darren? I know what crazy's all about.
Yeah, I'm definitely stepping in on this conversation now with Darren.
So, Darren, tell us more about this guild or order you're a part of. How can we possibly get their help to eliminate these red brands?
And he turns to you
what's
and
your
sort
story?
of,
to add to that, what's Darren's story? That's what I'm saying to him.
Well, let me tell you, a long, long time ago, there was a cave. And in that cave were wonders and beauties all abound.
Darren, we know about the cave. We know about the cave.
Oh, you know about the cave, do you? Who told you? Because I don't know anybody around that knows about it anymore.
Darren, would you believe me if I
think
told
we should
you
hear about
you
this
told
cave.
us?
Well, I'll tell you what. I am a man who has served with the Order of the Gauntlet for many years. I have been up and down the lands of the Dragon Coast, and I have seen all of the depredations of evildoers across the way. I enforce justice wherever I can, and I am the man charged with taking care of our good people of Phandelver.
Darren, we're here to help you with that charge, with your plight. We want to.
Well, that's great, because there's some old sons of bitches up in this building I've been throwing rocks at for the past 45 minutes, and I'd like to get them the hell out.
What would you say to a little proposition of you help us, we help you? Why don't you come along? Why don't we just go storm this bitch? Why don't we go inside and start throwing rocks at people in there?
Sorry, like other elves, I don't want to have another props position.
You gotta talk.
You help me, I help you, Darren.
Pino.
You help me, I help you.
Well, tell your freaky friend to stop dancing around and scaring the shit out of me. Maybe I'll listen.
It's inspiring, though. I like it. It's calming. It's inspiring.
Let the music fill your soul, Darren.
Richter, in your dance, you now know you're up at the manor. I need you to make an intelligence check real quick.
Me?
Yep.
Do you mean a performance check? Because I'm Groot.
No. It's going to be an intelligence check.
Okay. If you say so. $11. Not too smart, but I got style.
You recall back to a conversation you had with a tiny maid that was making up your bed as you went into sleep. He mentioned something along the lines of a secret entrance into the Tressender Manor that him and his friends used to go in.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the old crazy dude, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, crazy knows crazy, but does your crazy know where the back door is? I know there's a hidden entrance to this place."
The fuck are you, a leprechaun? I don't speak in riddles.
How do I get it? Where's the secret entrance to the manor?
I don't think no stupid secret entrance, but I do know there's a giant fucking hole in the ground that they seem to not know about.
I like the sounds of that.
Yeah.
You ever been in that hole there?
Gonna take us
if you
to the
sounds of giant holes in the ground, then I got all kinds of holes in the ground back at the farm. If you want to come check those out too.
No, you ever been in this hole, Darren?
I don't know what you're pointing at, sir. I really hope you're talking about the one in the ground.
Yes, I fucking am, Darren.
I have never been in that hole. I do not prepare to go in that hole. I don't go in holes I don't know about. Surely something that this sumbitch doesn't know anything about.
I'm gonna tell my friends that I recall there being a secret entrance that the kid that worked in the inn was talking about going there with his friends.
Darren, can you keep watch out here while we investigate this hole? And if anybody starts to come in,
Darren starts to giggle.
I'll talk old and senile to him.
Darren starts to giggle. Darren starts to giggle after you said he'll keep watch while you investigate a hole, and he then turns to you and goes, "Well, I'll certainly let you know if some of these silly sons of bitches come back through. But how in the hell am I going to let you know when you get inside, genius?"
Don't worry, Darren. We will contact you. Just listen to the wind.
Bitch.
At which point he turns to you and he just starts talking to himself. He's like, "And they call me crazy sons of bitches, son of motherfuckers."
Okay, so
And he
now
just sort of walks his way back towards the front of the manor.
Okay, and I think we'll all, in general consensus, go check this hole out.
Indeed.
I'm down to look at this hole.
Then look at that hole. All right, so we're gonna take we'll take a quick 5-minute smoke break. We'll get lined up, and then we'll come right back.
We'll see what
All
lies
right.
in the
Beautiful.
hole.
We'll see what lies in the hole.
We'll be right back.
Everything's still going good, yeah.
I just fucked all the cameras.
Oh, never mind. We're good. I thought we just lost Josh.
No, he's switching back.
No, he just left the back room.
I feel like the views is like misleading.
No, but we're back from the smoke break. D&D with THC. Jared will give us a little bit of a highlight of the cameras fixed here in just 1 second. They're still a
Don't
little
start
off.
fucking up now.
But yeah, take it away, Jared.
Alrighty, so you guys, wander through this tunnel. You leave Darren to continue throwing rocks at the building. You guys walk in through this tunnel, and you're starting to see, it's not very well lit. It's kind of dark. It's got you're feeling like a really cold mist. A cold breeze fills like a natural. So you're in this like natural cavern, and it carries a faint scent of decaying flesh. You're walking in here right now, and you start to sort of see a massive crevasse that starts to form on your left side, and you're sort of in an area with a bunch of bricks and broken rubble and things like that. As you walk in, you're starting to smell like really wretched smells coming through you, and just up ahead you are seeing a large wooden bridge that goes over this massive crevasse. I need everybody to make perception checks at this point.
Alrighty.
I can perceive
Just to
that
check
Al
to make
has
sure I'm
fallen
caught up
asleep
with you
again.
guys. You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Nosha. Can you hear us? Did you turn off the stream? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys fine. I just wanted to make sure before I
Whoa.
actually tried to do anything and got frustrated.
Nat
So
20
this
for
one
somebody.
I have to manually roll, Jared.
Pino.
Pino.
Perception. I gotta manually roll mine, but yeah, that's fine.
All right. Still waiting for some perception checks from Richter and from Dab.
FYI, even with my nat 20, if we are entering like a cave-looking shit like this, I would not be in the front. I would be in the middle somewhere.
So I mean, you being in the middle, Pino, you start to hear like weird sounds. You hear.
Yeah, I'm definitely stopping the party as soon as I hear something like that. Yeah. So I'm telling the party, I hear some kind of fucking. I hear something. Something's breathing. Something's clicking. Something's ahead of us.
At which point, all of a sudden, you hear an ear, like a heart wrenching, like an ear shattering. And you just hear this massive scream. I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws.
Don't fuck me.
Don't.
15. Thought I was going straight from a 20 to a 1, so.
All right. Ganja's got a 10. We got an 8. Gideon rolled 12.
No, I got a 10. It's an 8 plus 2.
Yeah, sorry. So Gideon rolled 12. Oh, nat 20 for Dab. Always when it counts, eh, Dab?
Fucking right.
Richter, waiting on you.
Looking.
Just waiting on Richter's roll right now.
I rolled a 22.
No, that was before. I'm talking. This is a Constitution saving throw now.
Oh shit! What's happening?
So you just heard this massive, loud scream. So all of you take 1 point, one simple point of damage. Your ears are just ringing right now. Pino, you see something in the darkness in front of you. Now, again, you guys who have dark vision can see quite a ways. So the folks that do have dark vision, I'm going to assume here that you're calling things out, and you look forward, and there's just this wide open area with two large bridges that sit right in front of you. You've walked into this. You're sort of creeping into this area. You see there's a small opening. Yes, everybody does. Everybody takes damage. Just 1 point, though, because you all managed to get the save. That's half damage. Just a small point of damage, but you're basically, your eardrums are just killing you right now, and you Pino are the only one. You start to see something just just moving in and out, just frantically around. It's almost so fast that the eye can't see it, but you do see something moving frantically around.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say that to the rest of the guys. It's still, trying to keep it as quiet as I can, so just us can hear. I'm gonna say I'm assuming there's more than one of these things. It doesn't seem too big, so there's probably multiple. I'd fucking light this bitch up.
All right. So what are you guys doing? You guys are in formation right now, sort of at the foot of this, at the mouth of this tunnel. You can see about as far in as you're seeing right now.
Did I see a size? Potential?
You didn't see. Well, I mean, in rough general size, it's probably about like no bigger than 6 feet tall. It's not a monster. It's not huge, but it's about human size ish.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna say that it's so I retract that. It's not small. It's there's something of a good size in there.
Let's kill it.
Again, light this bitch up. It's fucking dark in here. Somebody with some flames. Look right at dams and make a bonfire.
I'm gonna create bonfire. I haven't even looked at the map yet. I'm still fucking with cameras.
I think we all have torches, right?
I have a torch too. Want to light a torch?
Alrighty, where are we? Sorry. Can somebody ping where we are?
You're down here. You guys are down here. Oh, jeez. Give me a second. You guys are down. Yeah, you're down there.
So, what the fuck's it gonna matter if I create a bonfire? I can already see in there. I'm gonna create bonfire.
You can, but nobody else can.
I can too. So can.
Yeah, I want to light a torch.
Is that a raised pillar there off to the left of them stairs?
Where? Right here?
Yeah,
that's a bridge over a chasm.
Right there is it's like a stone pillar.
Okay, so I'm gonna set fire up on a bonfire up on top of that to try to create a light.
Can you see your characters right now? I don't see them in the stream.
No, the characters aren't on the map.
Why in the world did they put them on here without you being able to see them?
We can probably drag them on ourselves if we need to.
So I can.
Yeah, go ahead and drag your characters on.
Yeah, I dragged mine on. There's something there that's covering it, Jared. For some reason, the map is above the token. You have to move the map layer down.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Down.
And you have to move the tokens up somehow.
Yeah, my token's there. It's just.
Yeah, I know that you have to do it.
Give me a second. Hang tight.
And if you pull them on the GM layer, I think it does something like this. I found this out when I was talking about it. There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
So the tunnel. So the tunnel is no longer grayed out like it was, and I can see my character. I can see my character. I can see Dab. I can see Ganja.
So you Dab, you reach forward and you sort of shoot out of the end of your staff, and a big bonfire just fills this cavern. All of a sudden, you start to hear again. You guys start to see this like this. Almost like it's like a weird looking creature that's looks absolutely horrific in front of you, and this is what you actually see standing in front of you right now. So actually, first of all, I need who's the wizard? So that would be you, Dab. Dab, make a intelligence check.
Sure. That's in the top row, right?
Intelligence, yeah. Straight intelligence should be in the top row.
Yeah.
Check, mic check.
Yep,
you're
there.
Good.
Fuck. 7.
Ooh, right.
So the only thing is this is a Nothic. That's all you see. So this is what you guys are seeing right now. I just clicked the show to players. It should show you guys.
We can see it. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what you're faced with right now. It's just this massive hunched over creature with a one single eye. It's it's standing directly in front of you right now, and it's just and it's just sort of clicking in your area. You can see its eyes actually winced, almost as if it's having a hard time seeing. But it's standing directly in front of you. And I need, first of all, apparently this did not turn out the way I wanted it to, or not the way I wanted it to, the way I expected. So I'm going to remove everybody from that turn list. I'm going to get back to my object, and I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Oh, yeah. Fuck this guy up. Get the click on yourself beforehand.
Mine's got to be manual again, Jared.
Yep.
This Gothic thing looks like Richter's baby mama.
You take that lion down, Richter.
I don't have a baby mama. I'm a fucking pimp. I'll be fucking all the hoes.
Oh, all this time we've been
He's
thinking
Jesus,
he's diseased.
bro.
His baby mama's name is chlamydia.
He's
Who's
Jesus. He's a reverse Jesus.
Yeah, he's not Jesus still.
So he's got a father but no mother. Immaculate conception. He just appeared.
So Ganja is gonna roll a turn. Did everybody put their characters on here?
He was grown from his father's jizz sock.
Oh. Got a lot of people without names on
Am
here.
I on there or not?
I see 1, 2, 3. I'm missing one guy.
Is it me?
Baby.
I think I got Richter in there.
Baby.
So I'm waiting for
Richter.
Dad. Or no, yeah, I'm waiting for Gideon.
I can't see Pino.
I don't know how to. It's not working.
No.
I moved him from the
Don't do
thing
it.
to the map, but it's like it's saying no.
Okay, give me a second. I'll get you on there.
I can put him on there.
Thank you.
Can you move that character, Al? I just put Gideon the Rev Wave on there.
My girlfriend made me a cheeseburger on an English muffin.
Yo, that's fire.
That's interesting.
Yes, I can move him. He's too big for the box, though.
No, you should
No,
fit
he's
just fine.
He's the right size.
So, yeah, you got Dab, you got Ganja, you got. Where's Pino out at?
Donnie.
There's Pino right there, and I need Richter. Are you on the map right now? Oh yeah, Richter's up here. So Richter's right there. I feel like you guys have different Richters than I do. Yeah, you do. Richter. Okay, guys, I'm replacing your guys real quick just because then they tie up properly.
Yeah,
with
but
your
these are
D&D Beyond.
PNGs.
Okay, so
You were a place.
all right. So you guys are in your places now. You guys are gonna start this off. So I think everybody's in now except for 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I don't have Richter in there. So Richter, what did you roll?
A 15.
Oh, initiative, right? Did I do mine?
Yep.
No.
I rolled a 15 for initiative.
Okay, 15. Gideon, go ahead and roll for initiative.
That's four. That's a lot. It's a high. That's 415.
I'll take that. Does that mean you go like 10 times before everybody else?
Apparently. Gideon, waiting on you, bud.
I know. Sometimes it's hard for me to get the mouse to switch screens.
Holy hell. 3 initiatives. I'm gonna take your first one, which is 15.
It was always 15.
Oh, I'm rolling terrible. They have this thing where they make you roll on your own now, and ever since that started doing that, it's trash.
All right, so Ganja, you're up first. Can you hear us? You're sitting in the back right now.
Yeah, I
You've got
can
a
hear you.
hunched
Can you
over
hear me?
creature just sort of
Yeah, we
sitting
can
in
hear
front
you.
of you right now.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes.
Yep.
Just making sure. Okay, so that's the creature there. Hey,
I can't
alrighty.
hear that.
Let me just take one quick peek. I only have so many spell slots at second level.
You run out of time, Ganja.
Okay.
Go. Go. Hurry up.
I can get to it, right?
Yeah,
I'm
through,
gonna,
through a lot of other people, you can run right up to it.
cast,
Yeah, so it's sort of standing in front of you right now.
Shield of Faith on myself.
So Shield
I'm
of
gonna
Faith.
cast Shield of Faith on myself. I believe it's a bonus action. Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Yeah, give me a
Gives
second.
me
Sorry,
a +2 to my AC.
Oh, son of a bitch. Sorry, bear with me, guys. Roll 20 just decided to shut down.
It did that to me the other night when I was doing this. All of a sudden, just shut off.
Yeah, no, it's just loading back in. Bear with me here. Come on now. Come on now.
Says you're back.
Okay. Running very slowly right now. Come on. All right.
And I'm going to attack it with my longsword one-handed.
So Shield of Faith was a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
And that's going to take up a spell slot?
Yeah.
All right. And you are going to go for an attack with your longsword?
One-handed. And 23 to hit.
That is going to hit.
With 4 slashing damage.
All right, he is going to take 4 points of slashing damage. As you just sort of bring your longsword up, you put your shield in front of you. I'm trying to remember what Shield of Faith does. Let me just pull it up real quick.
It gives me a +2 to my AC.
It's on the. Oh yeah, you lost your.
Up to 10 minutes.
So what was your AC before?
19.
Your AC before was 19? Holy
Yep.
shit.
Heavy
That
armor
was
with a
it.
shield and.
You better hit smite him next time.
All right,
Buttons are
so
insane.
he's
Well,
going
I'm
to
thinking
take
about doing it right now.
He's going to take 4 points of slashing damage as you just come down with your greatsword. He just sort of, and he takes it in the leg, rather unaffected, but and he's still sort of towering over you. That's going to complete.
No, I'm gonna divine smite it.
You do that though? 'Cause that's a spell, and you already casted the spell.
Yeah, you already cast.
Oh no! Divine smite. When you hit with a melee weapon and attack, you can expend 1 spell slot. It's not a spell.
When
Okay.
you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can expend 1 spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target in addition to the weapon's damage. So yeah, 2d8.
Let's
So
fucking
that's
go.
gonna take, you have
That's how
two.
you come
That's
back to the
gonna
game.
burn both of your spell slots.
I know.
Okay. So roll your 2d8 for damage. So you come back, and as you bring it back down, it's sort of you slice into its leg. It pulls back. All of a sudden, your sword starts to glow, and you pull it out, or it sort of does this radiant damage as you do 12 points of damage, which it hurts it, but it's not dead yet. Now it's going to turn right back at you, and it is going to do. So first it's going to use its bonus action to do Rotting Gaze. So it's going to stare at you right now. So it's just going to sort of look at you with one big eye, and it's just going to stare directly down at you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. It's a +2, I think. Yes.
Okay, so you are going to take 3d6 damage.
7.
Yeah, so you're going to take 3d6 damage. So you take... what's it supposed to do? So you take 2, 4... So you take 10 points of... so I don't know why I had the exclamation mark on there, but you take 10 points of necrotic damage as you basically just... It stares straight at you, and all of a sudden you just start to feel your insides start to shake and shake and shake, and then all of a sudden you just start to, like... It's almost like
You
something's
said
eating...
6, didn't you? How come I rolled 4?
It rolled 4, but I'm only taking the first 3, which is 10. So... It was an accident. But anyways, so you're going to take 10 points of necrotic damage as you just sort of... You feel your insides just sort of, like... clutching in, and it hurt, like you feel pain, and it's almost like your flesh is starting to melt away from your skin. So that's your 10 points of damage. Now I also need you to make a it's charisma deception. I need you to make a deception check.
Me?
Yep, I need you to make a deception check. As a bonus action, it's going to do what's called Weird Insight, which is it's basically just going to look at you and try and discern if it can find something interesting about you that it can use against you. And it's contesting its wisdom against your charisma, which is your deception. So go ahead and make a deception
Is
check.
that a charm ability?
It is not a charm. No, it's not a spell. It's simply an insight. It's an insight contest.
Okay.
So all you have to do is you're almost like looking him in his eye. You see him trying to figure you out, and you're trying to sort of fight that back.
What am I rolling again? Charisma?
Deception. Make a deception check.
Deception. So +3.
Okay, so you feel this thing like starting to come into your brain almost, and sort of like trying to figure you out. You're almost like squinting back at it, sort of fighting it, and without actually speaking. You manage to fight it off. Gideon, you are up.
Yes, sir. Sorry. Okay. I am going to use my movement to get behind this guy. I'm actually saying that, forgetting that I move my own character now. I am going to how big, can you describe this guy to me again?
He's probably about 10 feet to 15 feet tall. He's just this like hunched over humanoid style person or individual, big spine on the back.
Good God, you're fucking huge, man.
One giant eye.
Yeah, one huge eye. The eye is alone is probably about 2 feet around.
Big.
That's very interesting.
Feet around? Holy shit. That's big.
Sorry, my mouse. I'm trying to figure out how to get my mouse from the top screen to the
Think of
bottom.
like the Eye of Sauron in an animal.
Yeah, I'm just thinking what that look like when it blinks. Is it long? It's like a long.
It takes time for it to blink. Like you can count time. while-
Can it lick its own eye?
It has the mouth of almost like a regular human being. It's got like jagged teeth. What are you doing, Al?
I was trying to look at my items in my inventory. I have a torch. Can I use a bonus action to light it?
Yeah, go for it. You can light a torch.
Okay,
You
so
don't know how good you are throwing them.
I don't know about throwing them. I want to try to stick it in this thing's eye, though.
Okay, so it's facing away from you at this moment.
I don't want to move. I'm going to adjust my movement. Okay, while he's engaged with Ganja, I am going to try to stick him in the eye with the torch.
So how are you doing that? Oh, so you're instead you're gonna sort of jump in to the side.
Yeah.
All right, so it's gonna be his dexterity to try and fight it, and I need you to just make an attack with make a standard dagger attack.
Gotcha.
With disadvantage, just because you're trying to go specifically for this eye. You'll still don't make it with disadvantage. Just make that and then make a dexterity roll.
All right, best. I'll do dex first.
Okay. You're looking for about a 10 because it's a 2-foot wide eye. You'll be able to hit it.
I cannot move my mouse for shit. Okay. Of course. That's definitely what I wanted.
So you did a dexterity save, not a dexterity throw, but I mean I'm gonna take it just for the sake of moving on. So you try and go to hit him in the eye. You're gonna end up stabbing him in the chest. Go ahead and make an attack roll regardless, because you still could do some damage with the end of the torch. So just make like a standard unarmed strike is what I'm gonna go for.
Got you. For some reason, I'm having a hard time with this sheet today.
Where's the music coming from?
It's probably
Yeah, I'm
coming
here.
from me.
No, I hear the music, but I hear the music through somebody else's mic too. Not anymore.
Are we rolling that that attack? You got to figure it out, Alan. There we go. All right, so an 11 will not hit. So you go to basically stab it with this torch. You were aiming for its eye. It sort of looks off to the side. You stab it in the chest, and the torch just sort of breaks apart. You notice that the skin on this thing is actually really, really tough. It's got almost like a dried skin armor on it. Anything else for your turn?
Yeah, so you said the torch broke?
Yeah, like the torch just shattered in your hand. Like it splintered wood.
That's it.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to Richter. What are you doing?
What's this thing right here, Jared? What's this thing next
Can I
to
use
it?
the rest of my movement? I want to use it to move behind him.
Oh, you're gonna end up. So he's gonna get an attack of opportunity. That's all.
Gotcha.
So do you still want to move behind him?
Yeah.
He's gonna do it a multi attack.
Why?
Because his attacks of opportunity gets that as an attack.
Attack of opportunities are just single attacks. When did it become multi?
Can make two. It makes two attacks with the claw. I guess he could just do a claw attack then. Fine, I'm fine with that. Usually I do as multi attack and just be a regular attack. Okay, so he's gonna make an attack with his claws. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
All right, so he's gonna just sort of swing at you with his claws, but miss unfortunately as you move out of his way. Richter, that thing in the middle is a stone column with a bonfire on top.
All right. Question: can I move here?
You could try and make your way around, yeah.
I want to flank him so I could get advantage on my attacks.
Oh, so you want to be? Do you get that?
Yeah,
From
one's
flanking?
on one side, one's on the other.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you would get advantage on the attack right now. He's sort of engaged with Ganja right now, so.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna use my my 2-weapon fighting, and I'm gonna attack him with my short sword twice.
Two-weapon fight.
Advantage. Not does a 9 hit? No, right?
No, 9 does not hit.
Okay, I'm gonna give it one more go. $20?
There you go.
20 does hit. I'm just trying to understand. Two-weapon fighting gets you just an extra attack.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you taking a
He attacks with one sword and then he attacks with the other sword.
The light-handed weapon.
He's got two
But it
short
has
swords,
to
one in
be,
each hand.
it's got to be a light
Okay.
weapon.
All right. So you take your two short swords. You go after him. So 20 will hit. Go ahead and roll for damage with a short sword. A single one.
4 damage.
All right. So you managed to sort of take two hacks at his back. The first one sort of bounces off. You're amazed and actually kind of surprised at how sturdy this creature is. It's got a very hard outer shell. But you manage to you take sort of two swings at it, and your first one doesn't hit, but your second one sort of lands on a certain crevice, manages to do 4 points of damage. That is going to conclude your turn, unless there's something else.
I think I'm going to move so that Al can flank him after. That would give him the
You don't gotta
opportunity
move.
of attack, though, right?
I still got him flanked. I'm good. You ain't got to move.
Well, he's now
Really?
turned around. You're not going to flank him at this point.
No, Al's got him
I don't
flanked 'cause he's
understand
got
why I
reach.
wouldn't. We're on opposite sides of him.
Wouldn't you be stabbing me if I was there?
Nah,
could
you
move.
attack through space your allies occupy.
Okay. All right. So that's going to conclude that. I need to look into two-weapon fighting. I can't find anything on it either. Can you click on two-weapon fighting in your list there? Just because I can't find anything. I can't tell if you have to use a bonus action to use that second weapon.
Yeah,
You do.
bonus
Yeah, you
action.
do.
Yeah, that's how it works. It's as long as you use action attack with your first weapon, you can use your bonus action to attack with your second weapon.
Okay. Then that
And
clears
then
me.
it's called flanking in 5e is what they're talking about with the advantage. As long as somebody's on one side or the other, doesn't matter who's dealing with who. He is technically
yeah.
splitting his concentration between the two of them. So you
so
are flanking no matter what. Is what it
so
says.
the flanking I get. It was the 2 button fighting that was confusing me just to get free 2 attacks. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
that's
used
gonna
my bonus action to attack with
Okay,
melee
so
weapon.
Dab, you're up.
Okay, from where I am, I can see this thing, and I can see that it's caused some. I could probably see it's caused some necrotic damage to Ganja, correct?
Yeah. Well, yeah. You can tell. In general, you can tell that Ganja just went and started sort of cringing for no apparent reason.
So this time I'm going to use a cantrip Chill Touch and cast it on the creature. Does a 15 hit?
So 15 does not hit. No.
Damn it.
So you go and try to cast Chill Touch. This beautiful blue light comes out of the end of your staff, but it hits it and it just sort of turns back to you. What else are you doing?
I think I'm just gonna stand. Yeah, it's a reaction. So yeah, I'm just gonna stand right here. Actually, you know what? Can I? No, that's on top of that. I'll move
So
just
one thing I want to
space
point out about 2-weapon fighting is you don't add your modifier to the damage. So we only took 2 damage, just to let everybody know. On the second hit.
And then yeah, just move one space up, and that's my turn.
All right, Pino, what are you doing?
I'm gonna move up to here so I can see the creature. On my way up, I'm casting bonus action Magic Stone, picking up 3 stones. I'm gonna, well, I clicked on the wrong thing, but all right, I guess I throw my stone. One of the stones, and it's an 8.
You're gonna chuck 3 stones, all 3 of them, or just 1?
No, just the 1 stone, so I still have 2.
You're gonna haul off the stone at him. It just sort of hits him in the side or hits him in the chest, and he sort of looks down and then looks at you and then bares this maul of just gross-looking teeth at you. Anything else?
Smile and wave. That's it.
Alrighty. Ganja, you are up. It is currently facing your way, so you will not get any flanking at this point.
Yeah, no flankings for both people on either side.
Yes. So how can he ever? That can't be advantage just because he's got 2 people on both sides of him.
Yeah, it's because he's breaking his he's breaking his concentration.
Okay, you can hear me, right?
People.
He has to fight 2 different people, one on each side. It's supposed to be a distraction.
Yeah, it's because he's taking it from both ends. He's trying to concentrate on both to try to affect both at the same time. Whether he's attacking one or the other in the same 6 seconds, he's getting fucking pummeled, right? It's kind of what they go by, but I mean,
but I
haven't always had flanking as a rule.
You don't have to do it. If you don't want to do it, that's fine.
Yeah, it's totally up to you. I mean, I'm pretty sure flanking is like it's a big discussion. A lot of DMs hate it, but players fucking love it, right?
Yeah, so I mean, this seems to be up to the DM.
Always.
There's no flanking rule as the default. Flanking on squares, flanking on hexes. When it's at least one of its allies are adjacent to an enemy on the opposite sides of the far end of the enemy's face, they flank that enemy. Okay, so at this point in time, you still got flanking capabilities then.
Yeah, each of them has advantage on melee attack rolls against the enemy, so only melee attack rolls.
Okay.
It's no range, no spells.
So go ahead, Ganja.
I think so.
He's on mute.
Type your turn. He just muted it. I think he was trying to talk.
Okay. I'm going to swing my shield up on my shoulder, so I down AC of my shield. I think it's a +1. +1.
It's a +2. Shields give a +2.
So I'm gonna 2-hand him this time.
So you're gonna 2-hand attack him with your greatsword. Go ahead.
Nope. Oh, I'm behind you guys.
So Tony will hit.
Roll for crit though. You get advantage.
But I do get advantage.
Okay, so you're gonna roll with that 20. Go ahead and roll your 2-handed damage for the longsword. Okay, so that's a pretty hefty amount of damage. So you take. It's not added 7, is it?
No,
so your 2-handed
is the 2-handed.
actually 7.
Yeah, he just
Alright.
rolled.
11
better
is
on his-
one-handed.
He rolled
So-
better on his
so-
one-handed.
You just rolled better on your one-handed. So, so you're gonna take. He's gonna take 7 points of slashing damage as you come down with 2 hands, and you just with 2 hands on your sword, and you just rip down into him. Just you manage to sort of bury your sword into the crevice of his shoulder and pull it back out. There's a black ooze that comes from it. Are you doing anything? Are you moving anywhere?
Can you guys hear me right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not gonna move because that'll actually. My health is pretty low. Yeah. Stay where I'm at.
You to pull your shield back out?
That'll end my turn.
Can you?
That'll end my turn.
Are you
Oh,
telling
yeah.
us that you're hurting? As part of what you're doing? Are you telling us?
He can't.
Yeah, I mean,
he can't
you can see that I'm-
pull his shield back out now.
Oh, is that it? Yeah, bonus action. Can I throw my shield back?
You put your shield. You pulled your shield up. I'm gonna say that was your bonus action to put it away.
Perfect. That's cool. I'm cool with that.
Okay, you done?
Yeah, I'm hurting though. Yeah.
Okay,
but
so-
that'll end my-
The Nothic is then just after getting hit by you. You're the one who's done the most damage at it. It's gonna stare at you again, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. At the same time as it's before it does that, it's gonna try and jump. Actually, no. So it's gonna do that move first. So go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. So once again, it's just gonna stare you down. It's gonna sort of look into your eyes. Okay, that does not make it. So you are gonna take.
Just a question. You didn't see my Facebook message, did you?
No.
Can you check that really quickly?
People need to pick a fucking chat. Messenger's taking its sweet ass time coming up.
It's relevant to what's about to happen, I think.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I don't think it's not relevant to what's happening though. So he's gonna
Okay.
you're gonna take 12 points of necrotic damage. At which point it's just gonna sort of see you keel over, and it's gonna actually try and hop, and it's gonna make its way over there. You, Rick, get an attack of opportunity on him.
Doesn't Gideon and Richter both get it?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's within my range.
We all get it.
He's not within 5 feet of you.
He's got a 10-foot weapon. His
Range.
halberd goes two spaces.
Hmm.
Do we get advantage on our attack of opportunity?
I
No.
don't think so.
Uh,
10.
Yeah,
probably
so
doesn't hit.
yes, Gideon does get it, and no, only Gideon Gideon and Richter are the only ones who get it. So Richter, you go and swing out with, I'm assuming what is your short sword. It sort of tings off. Gideon, you do get it with your trident. So
Okay, let me do it right now.
Rick got a fucking trident.
I'm gonna -5 to this attack so I could try to do great weapon fighting. Didn't matter
Great
anyway. I wasn't hitting shit.
So it does not hit. So you go and sort of reach out with your trident, and you sort of try and poke him in the butt, but unfortunately you are unable to. He sits in this corner. He sort of reels back around. I want to see if that is his attack. Is that his whole attack? That is going to be his attack, and he is going to finish that off. And so now he is he's just sort of sitting in the corner. Ganja, I think, is in rough shape at this point. Oh, Ganja's down.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
Oh, so he's basically after you see Ganja just keel over in pain, and he's just sort of writhing on the ground and then stops moving. The Nothic jumps over top. He's standing right beside Pino now, and Gideon, you are up.
Got you. Damn, Pino is down.
No, Ganja is down.
Yeah, you're right. Ganja, my fault.
Trino is getting stared at, it looks like.
Yeah.
Can we occupy the space he's down in or no?
What's that?
Can we occupy the space he's down in or no?
You'd be standing
Just
on top of your
fucking
buddy.
stand
So.
on my corpse.
Also, let me ask you a question. If I move to this space and attack, do I have advantage because of flanking because this guy's beside him or no?
No, that's you have to be on a completely opposite side of him for flanking.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna draw my line there.
Oh, that's what it is. It's overpowered as it is. It can't get better.
I wasn't.
Gideon's
I'm
also
just not making a comment.
not being within 5 feet of him either. So
I'm going to attack him. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack him with my halberd.
you're gonna hit him with that trident again.
Yeah.
So just for posterity's sake, you're carrying a
Yeah,
trident.
I'm so used to. I already switched in my mind that it was a halberd, but I'm fighting with a trident flavored. Yeah, trident. I'm hitting with my.
You're fighting with a trident. No one needs to know it's a halberd. Oh. So go ahead and roll that attack.
Yo.
So a 24 definitely does hit. So go ahead and roll for damage with the trident.
Gotcha.
Oh fuck.
I'm assuming you didn't Great Weapon Master that hit. So he takes a full. Well, that's a pretty good amount of damage, though. One d10 plus 3. Whew.
I don't know
So
why I rolled two.
yeah, why did it roll 2 of them? Because I see 2d10s plus 3 is what that just rolled.
Yeah, it looks like it rolled an advantage.
Oh, you know what? It did the great weapon fighting. It rolled the second one for you because you rolled a 1. That's kind of neat.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Because you have that ability.
Yeah, I see the one, and then I just thought about it. So yeah, and it's a 9.
Yeah, you
Gotcha.
rolled a nat
Oh,
1,
sick.
so then it replaced it with a 9 and then added 3. So you do 12 points of damage. So I mean, this thing isn't happy right now, but but it's definitely not down for the count. But you've definitely pissed it off a good amount. It's just sort of you as you stab forward with this trident. I'm assuming you want to stab it.
Yeah. Also, too, since I stabbed it and was so successful that time, I feel kind of confident. I'm gonna action surge and attack him again.
All right, so you stab him in with your first trident. You pull it out. You're gonna action surge to try and attack him again.
Yeah. I saw how dissatisfied he was with the last time I poked him. Now just poke his ass again. Fuck him.
He's not a happy camper right now. You just threw a trident right through his thorax.
How about you again, mate?
That is sadly not going to hit. So you have at him again, and unfortunately your thing just sort of tanks off. He sort of looks at you, and you see that giant 2-foot eye just sort of hone in and look directly at you right now. Richter, you are up. I'm assuming you're not going anywhere, Gideon?
Oh, I'm good. I'm right there.
All right, Richter, you're up.
Am I able to shoot at him with my crossbow, or is it going to affect me that this guy's standing in front of me?
You're in a pretty tight space, and you've got a giant pirate sitting in front of you, so you'll be shooting from what's called through, I guess, difficult terrain, so it'll be a disadvantage.
All right, I'm going to move over here to shoot at him. I'm going to shoot at him this way.
Yep, that's fine. You're currently standing precariously on a ledge, so just be careful.
All right, I plan on moving after the shot.
Okay.
Just kind of creep. I'm kind of like creeping out from behind the fire thing. Hey, can I light my arrow in the fire?
It's tall.
You could certainly try, but I mean, you don't exactly have flaming arrows.
Oh, that wouldn't be a thing. I don't know. Just trying for flavor.
Well, yeah, because you can add, you might add flavor to it, but I mean, it's wood on the tip of your thing. You don't have like a flaming head to it, so you're gonna sit there for probably a turn to get that thing lit.
13 doesn't hit, does it?
13 does not hit. So you let fly an arrow with your crossbow. Are you throwing with your crossbow +1?
I am, yeah.
Okay. All right. I need you to roll just roll a d20.
Just roll a d20. 6.
Okay. All right. Continue on. So you let a bolt fly. It goes. It just sort of tanks right off the armor of this creature, and it just sort of looks back at you, and then puts its gaze right back on just on Gideon.
Gideon.
Gonna conclude it for your
I'm
turn.
gonna use my bardic inspiration as my bonus action. I'm gonna play the song that came out of the wooden sword, and I'm going to give my my bardic inspiration to Gideon.
All right, so you sort of turn to Gideon, you look back at him, you pull out your lute, and you just go. And then all of a sudden, just Gideon looks at you, nods his head, and then puts laser focus back on the Nothic.
I usually only like pirate ditties. That wasn't too bad, mate.
Dab, you're up. Go ahead and move
Okay.
wherever you were going to go. Move away from Richter if you were going to move back.
I'm gonna use chill touch cantrip again. Hopefully this time it hits.
That's a cantrip?
17 hit.
That will not hit.
17 doesn't hit.
That does not hit.
Jesus.
17 does not hit. He's got a very strong armor on him. So you again let this blue bolt come out of your staff. It sort of hits him in the side. He looks back at you, and then again he puts laser focus right back on Gideon. I absolutely love is that. Okay, no, continue. Pino, you're gone or Dab. I'm assuming it's going to conclude your turn. Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna end. There's nothing else I can do.
Pino.
I need a medical kit to stabilize him, correct?
No, you just need a medical check. I assume you guys usually have a med kit or some sort of stabilization capability on you. I just
proficient in medicine.
Make a medicine check above 10.
I'm also proficient in medicine. Is that going to take? That's going to take my action or bonus action? Is my question. Sorry.
It'll take your action to go and heal him. If you had a potion, it'd be different. Feeding him a potion is just a bonus action, but
in that case,
I was gonna say everybody's sleeping ganja back on the floor again.
So I'm going to bonus action healing word on ganja.
Okay, so you put your hand out. Go ahead and roll for the healing word.
Huh?
You're getting healed, ganja, by 2 points. You're going up by 5
points of
Cool,
healing.
thank you.
For bonus action.
The word
All
is
right, so all of a sudden you see Ganja just sort of start blinking his eyes, and he's still prone. He's still sort of wrenched over, but he's alive.
Say, don't say I never did nothing for you. And
Appreciate it.
So it says it's a ranged spell attack, but you don't get disadvantage being 5 feet away on a ranged spell attack, do you?
On a spell attack, no. It's just you're gonna just sort of hit it right in front of you.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw the second of my 3 rocks at him.
Okay.
For some reason there anymore. Oh, there it is.
shoot him in the eye.
5 will not hit.
Yeah, no, that was it only rolled a d6 for some reason.
Yeah.
Stupid d6. All right, where's my roller? Plus. D20. 20 plus 5 hit is not gonna fucking hit for sure. That's gonna end my turn.
So natural 1, you chuck the rock directly. So basically, you put your hand out, you try and hurl this rock at it. It hits off this sharp and very tough armor. Comes back. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage from your own rock, ricocheting off of this creature as it smacks you back in the face, reminiscent of the times that you've been spit in the face or hitting the head with a net. That will conclude your turn. That is Ganja. You are up and alive, my friend.
Okay. I am going to use my action. Is it an action to do that?
Lay on hands.
Action. I'm going to use my 8 remaining points of lay on hands on myself as my action. I did lose my shield of faith because my concentration was gone, obviously, when I went unconscious.
And you don't have a shield on you right now because
So
you
I
haven't
don't
back
have
out.
that up. I
Sorry?
will, as my bonus action, pull my shield back out, and
Okay.
I think that'll be my turn. Give me 1 second. I just got to look at the map. How bad does this thing look right now?
I mean, you can gleam a certain amount. It's bleeding, but it's
Is it
not.
looking
It's
pretty
still standing tall and ready to rip some throats out.
And it's more focused on Gideon right now?
Right now, it is laser focused on Gideon.
That's right, pussy. Come on, mate.
Okay. I'll end my turn there.
All right, so that'll conclude your turn. The Nothic is up. It is laser focused on Gideon. It is going to basically jump off to the side over here. So it's going to be a tight squeeze for it, but it's going to run sort of right through Ganja because it is just a massive creature. It's just going to sort of barrel you over. It's going to... No, sorry. It's going to stay exactly where it is. It doesn't need to. My bad. So it's going to just sort of stay there. It looks at you, looks down at you, Ganja. It sees that you're sort of injured, even though you sort of just healed yourself up pretty good. It's going to bring its gaze back up at Gideon. And Gideon, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm sorry, my mouse keeps going off my. Can't keep going. Getting used to this new 2-screen thing.
You can also put your screen on top. We'll teach you how to do that in a second. 10 actually does that. No, so 10 does not, unfortunately. So you are going to take...
I have a question. Can I use inspiration?
You certainly can. So your inspiration adds a D4 to your roll.
That was a D6.
Pretty sure it's a D4. You inspire others. Oh, come on. Bardic inspiration. Oh yeah, Bardic. The creature gains 1 Bardic. My apologies. It's a D6. So roll another D6.
So a 12 save.
12 does not, unfortunately. So it's a 13. It's a 13 con save for this one. So you just miss it. You've used up your bardic inspiration. It stares at you and it sort of just gives you this gut wrenching look. All of a sudden, you start to feel just like your flesh start to burn inside you. You will take 17 points of necrotic damage as it just sort of stares you down. Extremely angry, it sort of stares you down, and you just start to, you just sort of clench over in the pain. That is going to be his turn. Gideon, it is your turn. Are you going to cast vengeance upon this thing?
Yes, upon him he shall feel the vengeance of the pirate kings. I took 17 damage. Hold on.
That's going to hurt.
Hell yeah, I got 5 left. 4 left I have.
Kind of glad my fucking rock just bounced off him.
That's the thing.
You do not want to get in this thing's gaze.
First, I'm going to use a bonus action to drink a potion.
Okay.
So it's 1d8 plus 2.
How many potions do you have?
I think only 1. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember what campaign I bought mad potions in one of them.
So
you did not buy any potions in this one.
In next campaign, we bought a bunch.
I take it back.
Okay.
Sorry.
But you have, I can assume you have 1.
Okay, so I'm going to use that 1.
Yeah, I can assume you have at least 1. Adventurers would normally have that. So you go up 8 points, you said?
I think it's 1d8 plus 2.
For a health potion? It's a standard health potion?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a big potion.
It might be less than that.
Let's take a look. So a standard potion is 2d4 plus 2.
Got you. 1.
Oh!
Nice.
Oh!
You went up 10 points of health.
10 points. I needed
Nice,
it to have no health.
So you drink this potion, you drop it back, you just glug it down, it's like this red glow starts in your chest, you sort of push your chest out, you feel alive, you just feel good, and it is your turn. Action away.
Get him! I'm just yelling from the corner.
Go back
Quietly.
up. Go the dregs to I might actually survive. I'm going to cock back, and I'm gonna thrust my my trident right at the Nothic's face. I really don't like the way he's looking at me.
So you're gonna shove it towards his face, specifically his face?
Yeah, I want to stab his fucking eye. I want that eye
You
to
want
be
to stab
gone.
that eye out. All right, so make a dexterity roll first. You're just going for a 10 because it's a giant eye.
Got you. This time used actual dex.
Mike Wazowski looking motherfucker.
It is. Mike Wazowski on steroids.
Yes. Fucking took the words right out my mouth.
It's the Mike Wazowski wishes he was when he wanted to be scary.
Yeah. It's the Mike Wazowski that gets to go through the doors.
Oh, that was so low.
One fucking
So,
short.
you got
There
this
he
giant
is.
eye in front of you, and you just can't seem to poke your damn thing in front of him. Go ahead and roll your trident attack regardless. But we're not unfortunately hitting him in the eye today. You are rolling a d20, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Damn.
D20.
you're rolling low as fuck. with this.
You rolled the dexterity check though.
That's what I wanted.
Oh, I thought he was rolling an attack.
Oh,
My
this
bad.
mouse.
Dexterity check to see if you could stab this damn thing in the eye.
Oh, my bad.
He's got a giant 2-foot eye in front of him.
It's easy to put my mouse from my laptop to my TV, but it's so hard to get to go from the TV back to the laptop.
Takes some getting used to for sure. 16
my
will
bro-
not hit. You shot it with your crossbow?
I wasn't even trying to do that. I'm having a hard time with the mouse.
No worries. Go ahead and roll for a trident if you can. Just tries to stab it with his trident and then fuck it, pull it crossbow. That will not hit either.
It does not matter. I
At
should have just shot the crossbow.
least you're consistent. All right, so you pull out this trident, you try and stab into this eye, the eye of this creature, but you just manage to miss it. It hits just under. You actually managed to get a piece of the eyelid, and you notice the eyelid is actually relatively strong as well. That is going to. I'm assuming you're not going anywhere, Gideon.
No, I'm gonna stay there.
All right, that'll conclude your turn, Richter. You are up, my friend.
I am going to. Do I get advantage if I go here?
No, you do not.
All right, I'm still gonna take my 2 attacks with my light sword. I mean, my short
All right,
sword.
go ahead and take your 2 attacks with your light sword.
Oh,
No.
Luke, you have the power. Use the force.
And oh, there we go.
There's the force.
There's the farce, Luke. You use the farce, eh? All right, so 23 will hit. He takes 7 points of damage from the first hit as you sort of slash down.
Yes.
Nice.
Get him, Richter.
Next one
Get
will
'em.
hit as well. So
For
he will
5,
take
though.
5 points of damage from the second hit, again, because you don't add your modifier, but you did a pretty hefty amount of damage to him. He is not in a happy place right now. You sort of slash with both hands at him. You manage to catch pieces in between his armor plating, and you see this black ooze start to pull from it. He's starting to look a little weathered and a little ragged. He's sort of staring straight at you now. He closes his eyes down directly towards you. That'll be your action, your bonus action. What are you doing? Any movement? You moved forward towards him.
Yeah, I'm gonna move away.
He'll get attack of
Move over
opportunity.
Okay, so he's going to get
That's
attack
okay. That's okay.
an attack of opportunity on you. It'll just be a single claw attack.
It's okay.
Oh,
So 24, that's going to be a natural 20 to hit. So you are going
Oh.
to take 1d6 plus 3. So, oh, you grabbed 6 plus 3.
They
So
rolled
you're
the
going to
crit
take, and then
damage,
another
yeah.
1d6. What's that?
They said, didn't it just roll the crit and the damage? It's 9 damage, or no?
yeah, it already rolled.
It rolled
max
crit
damage
because it's
there.
just adding another d6. So
Yeah.
you are going to take 11 points, 12 points of slashing damage as you try and run away. Jesus, Richter. As it catches you with its claws in the back of your arm. So you take 12 points of damage. That's going to hurt. but not put you down in any means. He is then going to...
That was an attack of opportunity. That was Richter's turn, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Richter's turn. That was his... Oh, sorry, you're right. That was just his attack of opportunity. You're right. Dab, you're up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try this
So
one more fucking time.
I took 12 damage or 11?
You took 12 damage.
I'm gonna try this one more fucking time. It better fucking hit.
Chill touch.
There we go.
It does hit. All right, so chill touch does hit. Go ahead and roll your necrotic damage.
5.
5 points of damage. That's
And
pretty
it
solid.
cannot
So
re-
you
it cannot
put your
regain
your. Go ahead.
I was just gonna read it out for you. I put it in the chat. I can't regain hit points till the start of my next turn, and then until then the hand clings to the target. If you hit, does it
You hit an
stop him
undead
from making
target,
attacks or anyway?
If you hit until then the hand clings to your target. If you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against you till the end of your turn, your next turn.
Now, is it an undead target?
It is not an undead target.
Okay, and it took the necrotic damage.
It does still take the necrotic damage, so it does take that 1d8 necrotic.
Okay.
So you point your staff forward. This beautiful hand, or this like spectral hand, reaches out. So before it was just blue streaks. Now this is actually like a spectral hand that reaches out and it grabs onto the Nothic on the side. It sort of looks to the side, and it just you see it sort of hunch over as it takes 5 points of damage. That is going to hurt it. It's in very rough shape right now. Pino, you are up. What are you doing?
I am muted. That's what I'm fucking doing. I am fucking just throwing my last. Oh, fuck it. I'm using the cantrip. Nope. Where'd it go? Yep. Produce flame. Casting.
Are you gonna do produce flame? Okay.
And my fire is nothing. I got nothing tonight.
You let off a bolt of fire. Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything. It just sort of pounces off as all of your other attacks have done so far. I'm assuming you're not moving anywhere because you're standing right beside it, and so far because you haven't heard it, it's paid you no attention. Ganja, you are up.
Save my bonus action. Yeah, just kidding.
All right. Seeing this thing near its death, hoping to be able to finish it after putting my ass down and nearly putting my pal Gideon behind me down. I'm just going to hack at it with all of my might and try and split it in two, right down the center, right down the eye, everything. Two-handed.
All right. Two-handed sword, okay. Unfortunately, a 14 does not hit with your long sword. You doing anything else?
Alrighty. No, that'll end my turn.
All right, so you come down with your longsword, you try and hit it down, it just sort of tinks right off. You were reaching for the top of its eye, and it just sort of tinks off the top of its eye. The Nothic is going to go now. The last person to do some decent damage to him was Dab. He is going to look down at you, Dab, and go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. Dab, you do not... Did you level your guy up, Dab?
I'm level 2.
You only have 13 health at level 2?
He's a wizard.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had 14.
Well, good for you, though. You managed to...
We're level 3, we're supposed to be.
No,
No, we're level 2.
Are we?
Is that
No, we're level 2.
21 health there?
What's that?
Rick,
I took...
well, Richter's sitting with 21 health.
I got 22. It shouldn't be much more.
Yeah, he
than
got
that.
hit. He got hit in the back.
I know he got hit in the back. I'm saying like he was at 20. He's at 21 full health. I was just interested because usually at level 2 you don't get quite that high, but that's fine. We'll figure all this out later. That's fine for now. Your Constitution saving throw. You sort of see him start to stare at you. You give a strong stare back. You sort of gleam your eye in, and you sort of shake off what feels like a bit of a chill, but no damage to you. That is gonna. He's in a rough way, but no, that's going to conclude his turn. Gideon, you're up. At this point, he's like looking backwards and forth. He's really, really frantic. He tried to stare into Dab. It did not work, and he's.
I stared right back into that motherfucker's soul. He didn't like what he's seen on this end of it.
Once I see he tried the dumb shit with Dab and Dab repelled him, I want to be, when he turns to me, I want to be ready with like a Superman stab.
All right, so you're gonna like just sort of jump in Superman stab. Go ahead and roll for attack with your trident.
You gonna try to hit him in the eye again?
Nah, I'm just gonna stab him because obviously my aim sucks.
16 does not hit him. You go and try and poke again with your trident. Nothing there. He's just sort of, it tinks off. He sort of looks back at you and gives you a crooked smile. Anything else for your turn, Al?
No, that's it.
All right, that's going to conclude your turn. Richter, you're up. Where do you want to go?
I want to go back over here, and I'm going to take another 2 swings out of my sword.
All right, take another 2 swings. First one will not hit. Second one sadly doesn't hit. You just go and you just start hacking away at him. Unfortunately, you just hear ting ting as it hits off of his pretty strong armor. Dab, we're gonna need you back soon. Richter, what are you doing for movement?
I'm gonna stay there. I can't really afford to let him get another opportunity of attack.
Okay, what are you at right now? Because you took 12 points of damage, didn't you?
Yeah, I was at 3 health. Honestly, I was supposed to try to heal myself, but I completely forgot.
All right, so you're at 3 health right now. So that will conclude your turn. Dab, you're up. You just stare down the devil.
What? I just went and got a drink. So this thing's pretty fucking hurting.
It's not in good shape right now, for sure.
Well, I'm gonna hopefully finish it off. I'm gonna fire 3 magic missiles, and I'm gonna aim right for his eyeball.
3 magic missiles. Go ahead and roll for attack. Oh no, so never mind. You got your magic missiles don't require attack, do they? How do you want to do this?
So I'm gonna take them 3 magic missiles. He's already got a hand grasping him by the leg.
Magic missile automatically hits.
We got her, Chief.
Yeah.
I see my hand grabbing him by the leg. He's tried to look into my soul. Didn't like what he's seen. He's seen the black, dark earth that I came from. And I'm gonna fire out 3 magic missiles, and they're each gonna go one after the other right into his eyeball until the final 3rd missile hits him right square in the middle of the eyeball, and his fucking head just explodes.
So you pull back and you just sort of shoot these 3 off. The determination in your body, you throw it off. It hits 3 right in the middle. You just hear, and you just see this massive explosion through his head. It just sort of, it doesn't necessarily explode like throw brain matter everywhere. It just sort of like implodes and like as a busted balloon. The eye just sort of, and then just sorts of and put some eye innards and eye juices all over everybody in your way. I need everybody in the immediate area to make a Constitution saving throw, including you, Dab.
You really think this little 3-foot midget's getting hit behind Richter? I think he blocked all that shit from me.
Okay, so that's fine.
You're I am 6 foot tall.
But everybody else is going to be making a Constitution saving throw. So Al, that includes Gideon. That includes you.
Got you. Con saving throw.
All right.
I just hit refresh on
You're looking to beat a 10.
Yes.
Ganja's got his. Pino's got his.
Yeah, Ganja's got his. Pino's got his. You're looking to beat a 10, Richter.
Oh, Richter got his.
Richter beats his.
Come on, Gideon.
Gideon, are you going to survive it? Oh!
He got her too.
All of you get these, all of you get these like juices and like it's just a horrific smell. You all go sit there and you just go, but all of you hold back vomiting. None of you take damage, but you're certainly not happy that your friend has just basically turned this monster inside out in front of you. You guys are standing here right now. You've got this creature that's sitting in front of you, no eye in its head, and it's just sort of fallen off to the side.
I'm gonna take my finger. I'm gonna wipe some of it off of Gideon's face and fucking eat it.
Make a
As he's
Constitution saving throw.
As he's doing that, I'm gonna fucking wipe what's off my face and just splatter it right on the dab and say that bloody brilliant. But did you have to do it in my fucking face?
I
So
got a
Dab,
15.
make a Constitution saving throw as well. Richter,
sucker.
you made yours.
And I'm gonna be the only one
Richter,
not to
you
make
take
it.
2 points of damage.
I take 3 points of damage.
No, he made it.
You
He
take
made
2
it.
points. No,
I
you
got
made the
one-
first
I
one.
got one
The
health.
second one he didn't. You make.
Yo, Gideon looked at him while he's bent over hacking over that shit and busts out laughing. I'm
yeah,
like,
so you
man,
you
you
roll
are
over. So
truly a character, man.
yeah, so you take this little bit after almost hurling from the first one. You take this little bit, you wipe it down, you put it in your mouth, and then all of a sudden you just like you sort of stand there and try and hold your shit together as you stare at Gideon. All of a sudden you just like wrench over and you start throwing up. You take 2 points of damage from just the pure like horrible taste in your mouth, and you're wrenching over. You're in rough shape, but you're not quite dead. Dab, you take 1 point of damage because as this fluid gets whipped onto your face, all of a sudden you get the full force of the smell that hit everybody else, and you just start wrenching over and throwing up as well. This is the worst. And I mean, you guys have been in some weird, in some bad shit, including Gideon obviously on the ships having his shit inside of a hole and so on. It gets pretty gnarly, but this is a smell that you have not recognized.
One word, mate. Scurvy.
Yeah. So you guys all are sort of just sitting there wrenching a little bit. Some of you throwing up, some of you not, and you're standing in front of this body that is basically just leaking out this clear fluid. It's almost like pearlescent fluid that's coming out of its eye, and it's just sort of sitting dead in front of you.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to give Pino a smack in the shins with my quarterstaff.
If you swing, I'm swinging back. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm still going.
And it ain't gonna be a quarterstaff.
I'm still going with it.
All right, make a strike with your quarterstaff. Are you looking to do damage? Just sort of a mat.
No, just a whack in the knees.
All right, so he manages to whack you in the knees. Are you just giving him a cuff back there?
I'm just gonna tell him I could have let him
with his 10 roll.
I'm just gonna tell him I could have let him fucking kill you.
This guy had no chance against me, bud, and I'm gonna kick him as hard as I can.
Make an unarmed strike. Give him some chance of defending himself.
Well, if a 10 hits me,
no, 10 doesn't. Again, 10 didn't do any damage. It just sort of he hit you.
Okay, all right. Well, then I'm not gonna kick him as hard as I can. I'm not gonna attempt to kick him off the cliff.
All right, so he boots you back, Dab. You sort of fall back a little bit. You are tiny. He's a lot bigger than you.
I'm gonna use my reaction shield to not take any damage at all.
I'm not kicking you that hard since I didn't take any.
You're not kicking you that hard. So you guys are in a bit of a tussle. You guys are all standing behind. The fire, by the way, is still burning because Dab never lost concentration. So
no, and can I?
Well, I would have continue to fight. Should we continue on our journey?
I'm gonna check the body over without touching it. Just kind of observe it, see what I can make of it. I know Arcana and stuff like that. See if I learn anything from it, or if it's even got anything on it.
Make a intelligence roll. Actually, sorry, make an Arcana check.
Arcana check or a wisdom check?
Yeah, make an Arcana check because you should have proficiency in that.
11.
So I mean, just off common sense, you know that the eye of a Nothic could be valuable.
But I just fucking blew it up.
But you just blew it up. It could be, and then you think back, it could be lucratively valuable. And I need Gideon to make an Arcana check. Actually, sorry, I need Gideon to make an intelligence roll, an intelligence check.
Gideon.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said an int check?
An intelligence check. See, this is why he plays on his phone.
Save or check?
Check.
Gotcha. I don't think I have any bonus to int. I do not, so flat roll it is. As soon as I get my mouse back on my laptop, I'm on the road.
So you think back to your days of, the trading on the ships and so on. You vaguely remember that. So, do you, first of all, the question is, do you verbalize the fact that the Nothic eye was probably the only thing on there that was good? Dab?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
Dab,
what I'm
do
gonna
you do
tell.
that?
That's what I'm gonna tell everybody and say I shouldn't have blasted this fucker in the eye. Now that I think about it, that eye could have been worth some money.
And then Gideon, you happen to remember after seeing some trading on the ships that Nothic eyes went for something north of 45 gold.
Gee willikers, mate. If I remember correctly, it's worth about 50 gold this eye.
Then why
How
did you?
damaged is it? Can we salvage any?
At this point in time, that eye was obliterated, according to Dab.
Oh man, we have nothing left, mate.
Yeah, his whole.
I
shit
just
blew
get up and kick inside of his head.
Are you casting healing word on yourself there, Richter? You're trying to heal yourself up?
Hell yeah.
All right, so
Yeah,
you
you
go
guys
up by
look pretty
4 health.
fucked up. I think maybe we should take a little rest before we get any farther in this game.
Yeah.
At least a little rest.
About
Well,
the rest, boys.
it's 11 p.m. At this point in time, guys, you guys have managed to talk your way out of a, I wouldn't even say diplomatically, you just managed to get yourself out of a very sticky situation. You met back up with your good friend Darren, who showed you the way into the Tressender Manor, and you are now in this sort of open area with a massive crevasse between the two of you. You smell the stench of death around. You managed to fight off a Nothic, and I think we'll call it that for the night. So we'll kick back up on Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern to start figuring out what else is in this big manor. It can't be anything good considering there was a Nothic floating around in there.
Ooh, Jeb, before we jump off stream, you want to just go over, do we get any experience for the day?
Oh, experience for the day. Well, the fact that you've managed to diplomatically walk your way out of a pretty sticky situation,
And also kill a demon one-eyed
and also kill a
Cyclops.
demon Nothic.
Can't get ripped off yet again by the same guy.
So
He
he
didn't
does.
pay nothing for that shitty crossbow or that shitty sword, and he's.
Oh, yeah, no, he didn't. How do you get ripped off? Yeah.
I
My bad.
didn't pay
Yeah,
anything,
yeah, my bad.
but I rolled really good throughout that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
totally
also-
forgot. My bad.
He didn't pay anything for it, but he also seems to think he got something like that. He called in the favor, and that was his favor.
Hey, I mean,
So each of you, because of all that one.
How do you put experience into the D&D Beyond again? You just edit your
I
shit.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've just got everybody's written down on a notepad. So
Oh, you know what? I gotta
So
go back and
we'll
change
figure
it
that
to
out off stream.
milestone.
But in terms of experience, you all gain about 70 experience.
I
okay.
gotta turn it from milestone to experience in the beginning of the sheet, like building your sheet.
Yeah.
So guys,
I
this
get-
has
I get
been D&D with THC. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you. When are we coming back, Dab?
We'll be back tomorrow. We're back, or not tomorrow. Wednesday we're back 8 o'clock
Wednesday.
p.m. Eastern time with the bacon campaign, and then I think Al's working something up for next week or for this weekend coming. He's got something in the works.
That'll
He's,
be processed for this week, so probably Saturday night or Sunday night.
Yeah, so he's pretty excited about it. It'll be Saturday or Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then again, like you said, we'll be back here next Monday with this campaign, The Lost Mines of Phandelver, and that'll be episode 6. Thanks for watching.
Thanks
All
for
right,
watching,
thanks,
guys.
everybody.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day. Tell her I'll be
Yeah.
there in
Happy
5
Mother's
minutes.
Day!
Happy Mother's Day.
I'm leaving now. My game's over. I'll be right over.
Have a good night.